Hello and welcome. It is an exciting evening. I've brought a little friend with me, and my little friend isn't a dog, which is really crazy. But you know what? We're not even doing dog things today. We're doing mindset things. And whilst they are dog things, I know you like to go. You're very inquisitive. So hello, game changers. If it's your first time here, how wonderful it is to see you. You feel the energy, do you? You feel the energy. She's off. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's lovely to see you. I'm Lauren. This is Sadie. Why is she here? Well, you know what? She is the coolest little mindset beast. She'd like to run around here like a lunatic. It's nice to see you, and it's really, really lovely to have you here for something completely different. You'd like me to wrestle you, would you? You're wrestling. Are we wrestling and then we going? Let me know who you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know what you're doing in the world. And most of all, and I think this is probably the most important question, why are we here? So why are we here? And no, I don't mean in the philosophical sense. I mean, why are you here tonight? What would you like to get out of this today, this morning, this evening, whatever time it is with you in the world? It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to know that you're here. And most of all, I'm really, really, really proud of you for making it, because not only do some people not turn up, they wouldn't even sign up in the first place because they're too scared. So they're worried to be involved in something like this. So I'm really proud of you for being here. So well done you for being here. Like I said, I'm Lauren. I run one of the largest dog training centres in the UK and possibly in the world. And you know what? This is Sadie. And Sadie's here because mindset really is everything. And mindset is something that I know you can change. Now, Sadie's actually my mum's kitten. She's come to our lives and come into our lives since we lost my father. So my dad, he passed away recently, and Sadie came to kind of cheer the space up a little, because the house can be quite lonely on your own. And I know that my mum really fancied not being in that space. And I think mindset is something that some things happen in life and you can't necessarily control them. But what you can do is you can control how you respond to it and what you do with that change. So like I said, this is Sadie, and she's here for exactly that reason. My mum's away today, so Sadie's with us. We're cat sitting. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please tell me why you're here, who you are, what you want, what you're looking for out of this. And even more importantly, I'd like to know if you have got your early bird bonus. So some of you signed up, not today, not yesterday, maybe even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, which is really, really cool. And you would have an early bird. Yes, I know you heard the word bird. You like birds. Early bird bonus. So it's an early bird bonus, and the early bird bonus is quite cool. I'd like you to tell me if you got it. If you didn't get it, well, you know what? There's another bonus just for being here, but it's important we play along. So the early bird bonus looks something like, let me go and get it for you. Yeah, it's got the colour of your eyes, Sadie. So the early bird bonus looks a little bit like this one. I know you'd like to run, wouldn't you? So I'd like to see if you can, are you playing? Are you waving? Did we get a wave on cue? Guys, she's waving. How cute is she? Give me an emoji that represents Sadie. So an emoji that represents Sadie. It could be a cat. If you don't like cats, it could be a devil. Like, you know what, you can do you. But this one you're very cute, as a early bird bonus. So this is your early bird bonus. But also, if you share today, so if you share today's live, you will get, if you like doing the shares, you will get a really cool bonus. That is your show up bonus. So you need to type mindset if you're on Facebook. So you need to type mindset if you're on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, you can scan the QR code, or you can click the link in the comments. Sadie likes it too. And it's absolutedogs.me/mindset /mindset live bonus. So /mindset live bonus. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. Guys, it's all there for you. They've done it for you, which is really, really cool. So you can get hold of that. Now, we'd love you to share this live today, because I know how important mindset is. I've certainly experienced one hell of a year, and mindset really is the thing that will challenge you to make it through, and it will allow you to make it through. And that's really cool. Now, Sadie, you've been really good. You might leave in a minute, but you're actually being very good for now. So you can stay for a second. So guys, a few things straight away. Remember, this is our housekeeping. So these are our housekeeping. You get the show up bonus. We're going to go through it in a minute together. It's on the screen. Play along, do these bits straight away, and we're in a better space. So literally get those bonuses, because then you'll have them so we can do these together in a minute. Does that make sense, guys? So literally scan that QR code or click that link or type mindset in the comments. You can't play with it. You can't. I know you'd like to. She's gone. She's feral. She's gone. She's off. She's leaving me. She's leaving. She's leaving. She's just running away. So that's Sadie. And now I'm back. I'm back without Sadie. You've also got, guys, loads of opportunities to share your wins today, to share your, like, literally the journey, because this is a journey. It's not something that's going to be the same for anyone here. This is a journey, and it's a journey for all of us. I'm very excited to get to do this. It's something that's completely unique to Absolute Dogs. It's not something we've done loads before. It's brand new. Let me know in the comments if you're excited too, because I certainly feel the energy in the room, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Facebook. And if you want to bring along a friend, please do. So we're going to get to some action, because I think it's really important we get straight to some action, because there's a lot to get through today. And I'm going to start with potentially some questions for you. So one of my questions is, how has your perception affected your approach to dog training? So how has your mindset, how has your way of thinking affected your approach to dog training? Because I know if my mindset isn't good, then it can really affect my dog training. It can affect my parenting, it can affect my relationship, it can affect my friendships. It really does matter. It really matters, and it affects everything. So mindset really is everything. If you're in the wrong headspace, you know as well as I do that things can very rapidly go downhill, and I think it's important to acknowledge. So the first thing we're going to tackle, I'm going to bring my board in. I'm going to whiz my board over to here so you guys get to see this one. I'm hoping that works. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you can see. Hopefully you can see. This is good. We can see. So the first one that we're going to tackle, are you ready to tackle it, first of all? Are you ready to tackle it? Because there's a lot of information going to come at you tonight. If you've got a notepad, that'd be really cool. If you've got a pen, a paper. I like it when you take pen to paper, because I think it really helps to instill the learning. Who's excited about learning? Let me know if you're excited about learning, because I haven't actually told you, there's also prizes. So there's prizes, and you guys could win a £50 voucher. I will grab my phone in a minute, and I'll look at the comments. I haven't got them yet. I will go and grab it. And I'd really like to see you guys playing full out, all in. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you're going to play full out and all in. You can put the comment full out, or you can put the comment all in, and I know that you're playing along with me. So that's really cool. And you've got the opportunity to win prizes. So £50 vouchers, left, right and centre, when you're playing full out and all in. So I need to know that. Make sure you share the live to be in with a chance of winning. So if I call your name, we're going to check that you've shared. So do share that live, whether that's on WhatsApp to friends, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, share that live. This live. Okay, so we've got something really important here. We've got, it's a triad, and I learned this on some super cool seminars, some amazing workshops. I've learned this in lots of different ways, but probably most of all from the brilliant Tony Robbins. And I would say this really impacts my day, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some of the things that have really got me out of spaces that have felt pretty rubbish, whether that be the loss of someone in your life, or maybe some level of trauma, or an accident, or anything like that. You know what? If you're feeling glum, this one really helps. And it could be as simple as, the weather sucks. The weather sucks, right? It could be as simple as that. Someone says to you, the weather really sucks around here, doesn't it? And today it's raining in Oakhampton. They might say the weather's really terrible. It could be as simple as changing your perception on that. So this is really important. It's focus, language and state. It's the triad that is really important to your mindset. So 3 things that we can do, guys, because this is really vital. Number one, we're going to think about our state. So I come in to a very cold building and I feel a bit wet and I feel a bit drained, and I've come into dog train, because if you're a dog trainer like me, dog training setups aren't always perfect. You might be in mud, you might be in wind, you might be in rain, you might be around, I don't know, poor ground. You might be around anything. Let me just put these notes down. You might be around anything that is wet, slippy, just grubby, right? Because dog training can be like that. Yesterday I was sheepdog training, we're out on fields, it's torrential rain. Recently I was gun dog training, horrible weather. Horrible weather. You know what? These things can get you down. So number one, I'm going to say, let's change our state. So what might be ways, I'm going to hide it that way. What might be ways that you can change your state? Because this is really good learning. This is really impactful learning. So for me, a few things you can do to change your state. One is you can get moving. So you can get moving, whether that be you exercise, whether you be jumping on the spot. Sorry for making you dizzy. Apologise. It could be doing some air sprints. It could be, let me think, with my dog playing some games. So actually getting hold of my dog and playing some games. Who's in games club here? Who's a game changer here? Who is a pro dog trainer here? So if that's you, these things are really all for you. So get moving. That helps to change your state. 3 things we're going to learn. So we're going to learn 3 things. We're on state right now. Now, my partner, he's called Matt. Some of you have heard of him. Some of you know him. Matt, in the morning, to get his state to completely change, he jumps in an ice bath. Now, I'm not suggesting all of you do that. In fact, put an emoji right now as to how you feel about jumping in an ice bath when you get out of bed in the morning. I'm waiting for your emojis. Put your emojis, because I bet some of you have got the chilly one, some of you have got the crazy one, some of you have got the like horror one. For me, oh my God, even him like walking past me, I can feel the cold off him. Like it's cold. That's going to change your state. So that is completely going to change your state. So that's a change of state. Another one for me is music. So I come into the arena in the morning to train my dogs and I flick the music on. If you ever watch any of my reels or my stories or my videos, they've nearly always got a song and a soundtrack behind them, because music for me changes my state. If you're in favour of music, guys, say I. That's AYE. All in favour, say I. That's if you're if you like having music on when you train. I love music on when I train my dogs. So that for me changes my state. Okay. We can also have things that are not necessarily so good that change our state. So maybe things that are not necessarily so helpful that change our state. Things that I'm thinking here are maybe alcohol, drinking, right? They change your state. Maybe eating loads of cake changes your state. Might be good for you, might not be. I try not to right now because I'm trying to cut out some of the sugar I eat. You know what? These things also do change our state potentially. Smoking changes your state. I'm not recommending any of them. I'm saying these are all things that potentially change our state. So if we recognize these, then we actually have a level of control over how we use them. So like I said, ones that I think would be quite nice to use: music, exercise, movement. I'm not so sure about the ice, but I think it's got a lot of research that says it's good. And ones that maybe we wouldn't do, or maybe we know about, but maybe do less of. So I think that's important to acknowledge as well. Okay, so that is state. State is really important. And when we think about state, guys, we have a lot of control over our state. So we have control over our state. We have an ability to change our state. Does that make sense, guys? If it makes sense, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure you share this live. There are lots of people who need to hear this. Loads of people. This certainly has got me out of spaces where I felt pretty negative. I don't know, it could be a loss. It could be, like I said, a trauma. It could be something that's just really got to you. It could be people that are potentially in your training group that you maybe don't get on with. It could be any of the above. But these are things that you have control over. And I think it's important. It could be that your dog's really, you feel letting you down, or it could be that you feel you're letting your dog down. These are all things that you can impact with your state. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, guys, let me know in the comments. If it makes sense, I want to know it makes sense. Put the word sense in the comments. Okay, so that's our state. Our second area that we're going to tackle is our focus. What are you focusing on? So what are you focusing on? Because I think this is really important. So many of us focus on what we do not want. So many of us focus on the negative. So many of us focus on the bad. I hate the weather. Let's go with the example of the weather. And I'm going to give you the weather because I definitely slip into this at times. So I dislike the weather. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man, you know what? We all know the song. it's bad, it's cold, it's miserable, and it gets us in a bit of a funk. Let me know if you've ever been there. And it could be the same if you're somewhere really, really hot. I know that you guys experience the same. So it could be the weather. So I want you to think about, rather than what don't I want to think about what do I want? Okay, so maybe I'm giving another example here. So maybe I'm not happy with my weight, or maybe I'm not happy with my training group. So I'm training in a group and I'm not happy with the group that I'm training in. Let's focus on what I do want. Okay, I want better connection. Okay, with a group, I want better energy. Okay, what do I want? I want a space where we all feel like we can share in a nice community. Okay, how do I move towards that? Rather than thinking of all the things I don't want. Does that make sense? So if we think about what we do want, we stand way more chance of getting there. If we think about what we do want, I think that's really, really key. So focus on what you do want, and that powerful intention is going to have way more chance of getting there. We have a lovely, lovely saying, and it's 5% problem, 95% solution, because so many of us, and let me know if this is you, we talk about the problem, we focus on the problem, and I don't know if you know this, but the world's biggest addiction is, let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Let me know in the comments. I hope you're all commenting. I hope you're all commenting and playing along. I'd love my phone in a second, would be really helpful, because then I can see. So it's up there, it's on charge. I'd love to see my phone. It might be down here actually. But I definitely know, and I really do know, that it makes a massive, massive difference what you focus on. So what you focus on makes a huge difference. I need the charger too. I think I need the charger, it's gonna die. And so where your focus goes, energy flows. So I think this is really, really key. I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at your comments. So I'd love to see your comments. I'm going to come over to you guys now. Excuse me for 2 seconds while I find you and I turn that volume down, because I know that I'm going to be talking to all of you. God, there's lots of you here. This is great. Okay, so I want you to think about what you do want. So what do I want versus what don't I want? That's really, really key. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, the brain can only focus on one thing at a time. That was a great moment to put that message in front of me, because it really did show the brain can only focus on one thing at a time. And it really can, because the message came, the brain can only focus on one thing at a time. The brain doesn't know whether that's, it won't differentiate between good and bad. So the brain won't differentiate between good and bad. And so it's really, really key for me here that actually you tell the brain where you want the focus to go. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense, because you tell the brain where you want it to go. This is what I want you to focus on, and this is how we do it. Does that make sense? So you're going to put the brain into solution mode. Put the brain into solution mode. I'm coming to look at your comments. I love it. Kylie says, it makes sense. And Marguerite says, I love that you guys are commenting. Thank you so much. These guys in here are commenting on it as well. So I really appreciate that. Shared on Playful Canine. Betty Jet says, love the 5% problem, 95% solution. Really, really, really impactful. And yes, Nona says too many people focus on negativity. Absolutely truth, Nona. Way too many people will focus on the negativity. So that's really, really key, that yes, we focus on what we do want, not the problem. So focus on what you do want. Really, really king. Okay, another thing, guys, to really be aware of, let's say we're skiing, yeah, and all you focus on when you're skiing is not hitting the trees. I don't want to hit the trees. I don't want to hit the trees. I don't want to hit the trees. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're skiing, your brain can only think of one thing or focus on one thing, like really focus on one thing. We're skiing, all we think about is not hitting the trees. What's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen? You tell me. I'm waiting. We haven't got it yet. What is going to happen? All you're thinking about is not hitting the trees. Don't hit the trees. You got it. Absolutely. You're going to hit a tree, because all you can think about is hitting a tree. Now, in dog training, if all you think about is going wrong, what is going to happen? Or if you're at the other end of a reactive dog leash, let me just go and grab one of my dogs. Let me just go and grab my dog. Here we go. So if you've got your leash, and at the other end of your leash is a reactive dog, and all you think to yourself is, he's going to go and bite someone. He's going to go and bite someone. He's going to go and lunge. He's going to go and bark. He's going to go and do something scary. He's going to go and react. He's going to go and react. I'm really scared. He's going to react. He's going to react. And all you focus on is he's going to react. What is he going to do? What's going to happen? I love it. The room's answering me as well. They're going, yes. We've got people in the room here. They're answering too. He's going to react, because all you think about is him reacting. So you're actually putting so much energy and focus and intention there, it is going to happen. So you get to write the story, you get to write the narrative. And I think that's really important. So where energy literally, where your focus goes, energy will flow, and vice versa. So put your energy there, and that's where it's going to go. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, it's a Henry Ford quote, it's a lovely quote, you're probably right. And I think that's really vital when we're thinking through all of this. Okay, so we've got another one, guys. And I think this is really important to think about. Your brain doesn't differentiate good or bad. When you're focusing on that one thing, this is bad, this is a horrible situation, this is bad. Your brain won't think this is good or bad. Your brain is like literally going into the bad mode. That's the only mode it knows. It's not going to switch over to the good. So again, there's so much power here. And so what you focus on, who is in control over that? Who's in control over the focus, guys? Who's in control? Who is in control? It's really, really, really important that you take charge of this, because this is absolutely yours. This is absolutely yours. And it's really important you take control over this. So really important. Okay, I love that you guys are sharing. I'm just going to say I've got a prize for someone who shared. So I want to see your shares right now. I want to see your shares right now. Tell me if you shared, because I'm going to give away 3 £50 vouchers right now. I'm going to give away 3 £50 vouchers. I'm going to give away 3. I'm going to give away 3. Let me see. I haven't seen any yet. I'm waiting for it. I know there's a lag. I know there's always a bit of a lag. I know there's always a bit of a lag. So 3 shares, guys, and I'm going to tell you, if you haven't already, absolutedogs.me/mindset live bonus. So if you haven't already, absolutely go get them. That's really, really key. And 100% let me know if you've shared. So Catherine Chalfin, you have shared. You win a £50 voucher. So you win a £50 voucher. You just need to contact our Ask team, or our Ask team might even contact you. So they will come to you. So you are one of my shares, and that's Catherine Chalfin. My second one is going to the lovely Betty Jett. You are superb. I love all your comments. I love what you say here. I love what you do here. You are winning a £50 voucher, and I'm going to find one more. Keep sharing, and I'm going to come find one. Keep sharing. Remember, guys, if you haven't already, share this live link, and literally you get to not only impact someone else's day, but you also stand a chance of impacting your own. And you're here, and I'm really proud that you're here. I love that loads of people are joining us. This is great. YouTube, this is great on Facebook. I am so happy you're here. So one more share. Let me find one more share. I'm going to give my other share to I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for a few more. So guys, our next one, I am going to do it though. So be ready with that share. Tell me you've shared it. Okay, the next one, guys, is language. And this is really important. I hear this all the time in dog training. I hear this all the time. Oh, I'm so useless, or my dog wishes they had a better handler, or I'm really terrible as an owner. My dog wants someone who can run faster, or my dog wants a better trainer, or if my dog was with a better owner, they wouldn't do this, or if my dog had someone that could do this or that or the other, they'd be so much better. And tell me really honestly, have you ever said that? If this dog was with a good handler, they'd be so much better. Or I'm so terrible at this, or being really hard on yourself. Oh, I'm awful at this, or this is my weakness, or I'm terrible at this. I lack this. I can't do this. Have you ever had any of that language? Let me know in the comments. Yes or no? Have you ever talked negatively about yourself? Have you talked negatively about yourself? Let me know in the comments if you have. Let me know in the comments. I'm picking a winner. I'm off for a winner. Okay, my next winner is Abby Williams. You win a £50 voucher. It's a £50 voucher. The Ask team will contact you, or you contact them, because they probably don't have everyone's emails on here. So you contact them if you don't hear anything. So Abby Williams, you're another winner. I really, really, really love you to be able to win. So it's a £50 voucher, and the team will help you to get hold of that one. Okay, so language, guys, catch yourself. Catch yourself. When you say anything negative, catch yourself. And it might also be you sometimes get into negative conversations with other people, gossipy, a little bit, you know what, I'm going to say the word bitchy. You find yourself doing it. And if you're a guy, bitchy too. You can be bitchy too. Like you find yourself getting in those negative language patterns, or those negative spaces where you find yourself moaning or just not being your best self. Have you ever been there, guys? Yes or no? You hang out with certain people and you just find yourself going down certain paths, and they're not actually that helpful. They don't serve you very very well and they don't serve them very well. And you know the world's biggest addiction in the world is addicted to problems. We're addicted to problems. So when there's a chance to share problems, quite often that becomes a space where we can just find ourselves talking negatively, not only about ourselves, sometimes about each other. And that's really important to acknowledge. So if you've ever been there, let me know in the comments if you've ever been there, whether it's you, whether it's other people. Really important to acknowledge. You might say your dog's terrible. You might say you're terrible. You might say it's an awful day or a tough day. Let's think about that. And actually, again, your brain doesn't know necessarily how to, if you say it's bad, your brain thinks it's bad. Yeah, if you say this is awful, your brain takes you down the this is awful route. Actually, you can change that. So let's think about our language and let's think about interrupting our language. And when you find yourself going down certain paths, sometimes have that little interrupt, have that little switch. You're like, oh, I noticed that. I acknowledge that. I'm doing that. Whoops. Let's stop that. And I think it's important we acknowledge it. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the comments. You guys are always sharing brilliantly. You're doing amazing. I'm going to come back with some more winners in a minute. So Morag says, yeah, if I was a better trainer, Jag would not always circle. Absolutely great catch. Great pattern interrupt. We're going to stop that. We're going to interrupt that. And we're going to have something later that we can replace it with that's better. So we're going to have something that's more positive to turn it into. Does that make sense? And I bet you're really excited about this. Sarah Williams, you get to win a £50 voucher for just celebrating someone else. High five. We love it when you celebrate each other. And I really love it when you acknowledge each other. I think that's really lovely. So Sarah Williams, you win a voucher. And Cheryl says, I move myself away from those types of people if I can. And Gemma says, yep, I can be a negative Nelly. And great acknowledgement if you can. So that's really good, guys. Some really good stuff. Okay, so, and this could be anything. Why am I always losing? Or why don't I lose weight? Or how come I'm such a lousy trainer? These questions, they don't serve us. They don't serve us and they don't help us. So I think if we understand how to acknowledge them and interrupt them, we stand a better chance to winning. So guys, this really makes sense to me. Let's think about our state. So can we change it? Put some music on, get moving, change our state, get in a better space, party, get up, move, go for a walk, jump in an ice bath, go for a swim, dance off, train your dog, play games. If you're a games clubber, let me know. I'm gonna give a voucher away to a games clubber. So if you're a games club, put GC in the comments, GC, and I'm going to give a voucher to a games clubber. If you don't know what games club is, it's our membership, it's our dog training membership, it's a cool space to be. Put your GCs and I'm going to pick out one of our GCs. And there you go. So Sue Dixon said, I find it so difficult. Let's flip that language, Sue Dixon, and let's say my new challenge is to reframe it positively, or I'm working on positive language rather than putting it in the negative. Try and frame it in the positive where you can. Does that make sense? I love it. Good stuff, guys. Some lovely comments here. Okay, so we're going to look at our state. We're going to think about our focus and we're going to pay attention to our focus, because if we're intentional about our focus, we can change it from what don't I want to what do I want. So think about our state, think about our focus, and then we're going to think about our language being really key, and we're going to acknowledge our language, and we're going to have more impact for our language. In a minute, I've got a video for you, and you're going to love this, because our video really talks about some tips for self-care, some tips for overwhelm. We're working with a professional in the field, so a professional in the field of care and health. And I think it's really cool to acknowledge that we have some leverage on this. We have some say on this. If you're Games Club, let me know. Marilyn Jameson, she's Games Club, and she's going to win a £50 voucher. Well done. That's 4 vouchers we've given away so far. Now, we're heading to a video, and it's a lesson for you all. It's a lesson. It's a short video. I'm going to be here as soon as you come back, and this is only our point 1. We've got 7 points this evening, or this day, or this morning, whatever time it is with you. And we've got 7 points. This is only lesson 1. Who's already had incredible value just from being here? Pop it in the comments if you've had incredible value just from turning up so far. You've got your show up bonus. You've got your pre-event early bird bonus if you signed up early. It's completely free, and you can share it with all of your friends if you haven't already. Tell me that you've shared. I'm going to be giving away some more prizes, because we love to give away prizes and we love to see that lots of people are getting the learning. This is our first level. This is literally something you can grasp right away. Your language, your focus, and your state. We call it the triad. I learned it from the wonderful Tony Robbins. I think it's impressive. I think it's really, really actionable. And I think it's really, really doable. And it really impacts my day on a day-to-day basis, minute-to-minute basis sometimes, hour-to-hour basis. It's something you really can get hold of, and it's graspable. We're heading to the teaching. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Make sure you stay here and keep telling me that you've shared, and there's more vouchers to come. See you in a second, guys. I'm really excited to bring you on board here, Claire, because this is brand new for you, somewhere you've not been before. I'm inviting you into Super Trainer, which really is crazily super. And to me, it was a good excuse to get cozy and warm, and at the same time, grow our learning. Tell us a little bit about what you do, Claire.
Well, I'm a clinical psychologist, so I work in the field of mental health as a therapist, helping people with their mental health and well-being. I'm also a PDT, which is a bit of a hobby and interest, I would say.
And I love that, because you're interested in being a dog trainer, you are a pro dog trainer, and at the same time, your real world on a day-to-day basis is taking care of other people's mental health and supporting other people in their journey. So I suppose we work really hard at Absolute Dogs in keeping the energy up, looking after people and their mindset, making sure that people are aware of their mindset. Is that really so important, especially right now? Why do you think this is so prevalent, I suppose?
Well, times have been tough right now, haven't they? So it's especially more important. But I think if you haven't got your mental health, then everything else can fall apart. So you need that as the sort of bedrock and the foundation, you to do what you want to do, to go where you want to go, and really for everything. I think of it a little bit like, I think you talk about this in Absolute Dogs, but putting your own oxygen mask on first. So that, you get on an aeroplane and they say, if the oxygen masks come down, put your own oxygen mask on first. And that, to me, is what we need to be doing, because if you can't put your own oxygen mask on, then you can't look after other people. And what we do as people in our lives is we look after other people, basically.
And I think that's such a massive thing. I mean, God, it's definitely one of those sayings that we firmly believe. And it's so easy, isn't it, to try and look after everyone and to forget yourself. Is that something you commonly see?
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of it myself, because it can be really hard to put yourself first. It depends on, there are people you're looking after, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got friends who are turning to you, there's clients if you're a dog trainer, there's so many people who are needing you, aren't there? Because the demands are out there, that's sometimes louder than the demand in your head, which is saying, actually, I need a break, or I need to chill out, or I need, to calm down, or something like that.
So one of the things that we commonly see at Absolute Dogs, and we try really hard to get people to reframe it and to rethink it, but we very commonly see people that become overwhelmed very easily. And would you say overwhelm is almost normal or common, or is it something you see often?
Yes, I think it's just a function of being a human being, isn't it? That we all at times feel overwhelmed, for sure. And you can think of it a little bit like the stress bucket metaphor, that we have with our dogs. We've all got a stress bucket that can overflow at times, and anyone's bucket can overflow. Yeah. If there's enough stress that goes in, anyone can suffer with their mental health and their well-being.
Obviously, overwhelm being common, being normal, being something that lots of people go through and have. What sort of strategies can we come up with to combat this? Because I know I've said that I've had days where I'm like, oh my goodness, this is all too much. Or, wow, boy, am I feeling like I am juggling many balls right now. And I know that many people get that. I
guess there's different ways of thinking about it. One is in terms of the amount of stress that's just going into your bucket. And sometimes you're simply spinning too many plates, and you've got to think about actually managing the number of things that you're juggling, because that is causing the stress going into your bucket. But I don't think it's as straightforward as that, because sometimes we can be spinning a lot of plates and we can be coping with it quite well, or there can be a lot of stress going on and we're kind of getting through. But other times we can be really struggling, and that's sometimes because of the way our mind is and the kinds of thoughts that we're having along the way, which are actually adding to our stress.
And so if we think about like practical solutions or practical strategies for overwhelm, things that are very easy and tangible for people to grab hold of, what might they be?
Yeah, so I think spending a little bit of time being a bit more intentional and planning about it. So maybe going away and remembering that you've got to put your oxygen mask on, that's really important. And in fact, you're doing the best by everyone else if you do that. And trying to make a little bit of your own plan around what you would do. So, just brainstorm a few things that you would do and see if you can kind of timetable it, work out when you can make it a habit, when you can make it a routine, and how you can prompt yourself into it. Sort of know your goals and know what's important to you, know your values.
Really nice. So I think, Claire, everybody here at Super Trainer is going to feel hugely grateful for this, and I know that they're probably commenting like crazy. Let me have a look at the comments. Yes, they are. They've gone mad. The thing is, this is something that isn't going away. Everyone has mental health. Everyone can have more awareness of mental health. Everyone can put this as an important and urgent in their diary. Everyone can schedule some time for this, and everyone is worth caring for, right?
Welcome back. Oh my God, I've literally got so many things in my hands. I don't know which one to juggle next. So I've got your comments in this hand, and I've got so many cool bonuses that you get to have when you share this live. You can share it in so many different ways, but also you need to just pop mindset in the comments if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you need to scan that QR code, or you've got absolutedogs.me/mindset live bonus, and you can get hold of these now. Now, one of these is for early birds. So you guys that signed up early, that's the early bird bonus. One of these is for literally showing up right now, because we want to celebrate you for being here right now. You're amazing. Yes, you are. And I know sometimes you might be not necessarily as positive as you can about yourself. That's what we're here for today. And I'm really, really pleased you made it here. It's such a special space and a privilege to be here with you. So our second thing, we've got more to do. Let me just quickly, before we do more to do, I would like to give another prize. Let me give another prize. I'm coming out for someone. Oh no, I don't want volume up. I want volume down. I'm going to give another prize for somebody who is sharing this live. So someone sharing this live, I am going to give another prize. So if you've shared this, whether it's to your dog training page, maybe it's to your dog training group, it could even be to a friend, sister, father, mother, brother, pop shared in the comments, and obviously Mindset Live as well. I'm going to see that too, or Mindset. I'd like to give away another £50 voucher. So I'm going to give you 20 seconds. And whilst I give you those 20 seconds, literally, you've got some cool resources here. You do need them as we go through this live. So you are going to need these two as we go through this live. So you can share the live on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You can use hashtag Mindset Live on your captions, and make sure your post is set to public so your share counts. And we are going to be giving away vouchers and more of them. So let me look through here. I love that you guys are sharing. You guys are all over it. You guys are all over it. So our second area to discuss, I'm going to pop these down just so I haven't got too many things in my hands. Our second area to discuss, and this is really important, I'm going to move our board back in. So as our board comes back in, it's actually a level of, let me see if I've got it in a good space. Have I got it in a good space? Our board, is our board in a good space? Apart from the fact our board is falling apart. So our board is falling apart, but I'm going to put it back together. So our second space that we are going to be talking about is, and this one for me felt a bit odd at first. So I won't say to you that it felt immediately comfortable. This was a challenge. This was a stretch. This was an area that I had to like push myself. It's incantations. And incantations are a bit like, well, your beliefs, and you're saying your beliefs out loud. And so many of us say beliefs that we might not even want to come true. We might say things again and again in our heads that we don't even want to come true. Actually, these are things that you do want to come true. These are things you do want to be. These are strong and powerful affirmations. These are strong and powerful affirmations that you can say to yourself out loud in a public space or alone, completely up to you. And they're really, really valuable, really valuable. So these incantations can change the pattern of your language. So we've talked about language. We've talked about 3 things in the triad. What are the 3 things in the triad? There were 3 things. 1, 2, 3. What were they? 3 things in the triad. What were they, guys? Let me know. 3 things in the triad. I want to see if you were you listening to the triad, because those 3 are really important. When I'm having a bad day, because I think we all have those moments, those 3 things can change up my day like that. So even in some of my greatest times of loss, some of you might know I lost a really beyond beautiful heart and soulmate, like the best dog I have ever lived with and loved. And for me, that was huge. But the fact that I could change my focus, my state and my language, and so many other things that we're going to do here, it's changed the perception of the whole thing for me. I feel grateful that I had him in my life. I feel grateful that we got to spend as much time as we did, even though it wasn't enough. And you know what? I'm grateful that I experienced that depth and that feeling and that love. And so for me, as much as it's incredibly hard to lose any dog, let alone a young dog, for me, the perception and the mindset that I have makes it all so different. Like, it really has changed the way that I've been able to move through that, because it is challenging and we are able to grow through it. And I think that's really important. So here are some of the affirmations or the mindset sort of patterns and conversations that I will have. And these are beliefs. So everything I need is within me now. Everything I need is within me now. And these are things that you can say out loud. You can say them out loud in the bathroom. You can say them out loud in the shower. You can say them as you are going for a walk. Everything I need is within me now. You can have your own. These are just some examples. So these are just some examples for you. But everything I need is within me now is really, really impactful. Really impactful. Okay, another I've got for you here. Every day, in every way, I am getting stronger and stronger. So every day, in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. If you believe that, guys, let me know in the comments. And I truly believe that. I have had one hell of a year. Like really one of my toughest years, and yet I feel like I've come out of it better and better, stronger and stronger, day by day, because of things like this. So because of things like this, incantations, things you say out loud. You might say them while you're on a walk. You might say them whilst you're in a swimming pool and trying to breathe at the same time. You might say them whilst you're on a run. And these are things that you are doing, and you are looking after yourself, because you only get one you. And that is really important, really important. And then I can and I will do this. I can and I will do this, achieve this, or whatever it might be that you follow it up with. So these are just some of the affirmations, beliefs, incantations that you can say out loud. Now, I'm going to give you a hard challenge here, but if any of you can do it, it is a tough challenge. I'm not going to fluff it up. It's tough. Have you got any that you could have? Something like these, or completely your own, completely unique. And I think it's really important. I love the first one. And sometimes when I'm thinking, I can't actually handle this. I can't handle this. My language is wrong. My focus is wrong. My state is wrong. I think that's really important. I go, everything I need is within me now. Everything I need is within me now. Everything I need is within me now. And I think it's really impactful for your whole life to be able to tackle things like this, even when the going gets tough, and especially when the going gets tough. So, do you have any that you could use, guys? Because I'd love to hear some of yours if you have any. I love it. Angela says, my incantation contains some rude words. I'm not sharing, lol. You make me laugh. Thank you for that, Angela. Every day I am getting better and better. Well done, Morag. That's gorgeous. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, so really, really nice, really lovely. And yeah, Jackie, for sure, I have had one year that has just like thrown like bus after bus or challenge after challenge, and like just they have not stopped, and yet I feel through them I have become stronger and stronger. And each time you fall down, you get back up again and you get back up stronger. And that for me is all of what I'm going to teach you tonight. So there's so much I'm going to teach you. Now, have you had incredible value from what we are doing here right now so far? If you've had incredible value, let me know in the comments. I've got a few shares from lots of people here that I want to come along with and share in a bit, but I really want to know most of all, have you had value so far, and are you learning, and are you enjoying this type of learning? Is it having impact on you, and what are you so far taking away? What are you so far loving? Because I think that's really lovely to hear. I love it. Natalie says, I will get to the top of that hill on my hike this weekend when I'm struggling to get there. So when it's challenging, Natalie, and I use the word challenge rather than struggle. So switch out words sometimes. I love switching out a word. So the word challenge is quite empowering. The word struggle can actually be quite disempowering. So switch out words. And I say that all in the right, I want to support you. So I want to support you here. I am enough. Orla, you win my £50 voucher. Amazing. I love that one. So Orla, you win my £50 voucher. She also did the best dessert here at one of the student nights. Just great. So Orla wins on multi-levels. Multi-talented, someone I think is fantastic. Concentrate on today, lovely. In the present moment, lovely, Helen. All I need to succeed is me. Oh, it's gorgeous, Rita. Just gorgeous, like really gorgeous. So if you love what we're talking about here, Super Trainer Live is just around the corner. So Super Trainer Live, have you ever been to Super Trainer Live? In the comments, has anyone in here, in this room, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, wherever you are with us, have you ever been to Super Trainer Live? And if you've been to Super Trainer Live, tell everyone in the comments, just maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, how amazing it is, and something you enjoy about Super Trainer Live, because what we're teaching now is very much part of the thought process through Super Trainer Live, and it's taught in loads of different ways, with loads of different speakers, with loads of different clips, with loads of different video, with loads of different content, some dog training, some mindset, some empowering and sort of routine rituals, all the things that you can do for your life. And equally, a lot of dog training too. So if you like this space, Super Trainer Live could be a very good space for you too. So I love it. Julia says, yes, I loved it. Waltrout says, yay, yay, yay. I love that. Betty Jet says, I have been a few years. What do you love about Super Trainer Live? Because I can tell you now, Super Trainer Live tickets are available. They're available in, well, right now we've got ticket availability, and you can get them in so many different levels, or on so many different levels, and I would love you to take part in Super Trainer this year. It's our last Super Trainer. It takes an enormous amount of team power to get Super Trainer to run, and I'm inviting you personally to be there if you're not already. So if we could have on the slides, it'd be really, really helpful, the Super Trainer tickets. So I'd love to see the levels of tickets, would be fantastic. So I'm going to pop over there and have a look at the slides in a minute. So you can literally join us from the 8th to the 10th of November. It's virtual, so you can do this anywhere in the world. So anywhere in the world, you can come at bronze level, which is your ticket only. You can come at silver level, which is a ticket, a digital box with lots of digital goodies in it, and a show voucher, which is really, really cool. The gold level has 2 tickets, a digital box, a show voucher, and an after show access pass. And the platinum level has 3 tickets, a digital box, a show voucher, and an after show and pre-show access. The show voucher is a voucher that you get to spend. So it's basically a voucher that you're gifted that you get to spend. And there'll always be things that you can buy that are under the value of the voucher. So you don't have to necessarily buy anything bigger. So basically, guys, scan that QR code. We've got loads more content coming. Scan that QR code. You can get bronze level, silver level, gold level, or platinum. It's the 8th to 10th of November. It's completely recorded. People will be there from anywhere from New Zealand to Australia. We have people coming from all over the world to Super Trainer. And you scan that one. It's the 8th to 10th of November. You get to keep the recording. You get to have all of it. Secure your spot today. It's the 10th anniversary. It also happens to be my birthday on the 8th of November. So I would love to see you there for my birthday. The theme is party. So the theme is party, and it's a really, really, really cool space to be. So really cool space to be. And I think that it is a really nice event for mindset. So a really nice event for mindset, really cool event for you guys to be at. So Super Trainer Tickets Live, 2024 tickets. Join us. It's the ultimate dog training extravaganza. We want to see you there. So before I head back, I think I would love you to see part of our topic 3. So I want you to see part of our topic 3. And our topic number 3, I just think it's a gorgeous one. It is easy wins. Easy wins. We all need easy wins. We all need easy wins. And whether it is anchoring something in your diary like Super Trainer, which I anchor in my diary as part of almost my own mental health top-up. It's a great mental health space to be. An easy win can come in so many different directions, but rather than talk to you about it right now here, I'd like to give you some teaching that we had at a previous Super Trainer that I think you'll be able to anchor to and grasp hold of. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'd love to see you back in just a few minutes. You're going to see the lovely Sam. So you're going to see the wonderful Sam. Sam and I have so much fun at Super Trainer, and I know she's coming back again this year. You're going to love this video, but most of all, when you come back, think about easy wins. That's what we're going to be talking about.
It's not the game, it's how you play it. Sometimes we get a bit stuck into how we play a game, how we see it in the video, and the feeling that we have to play it a certain way. And then when it doesn't work how we think it's going to work, we feel that we've maybe failed to help our dog in that game, or we feel like we've put all that effort in and it hasn't worked how we thought it was going to work. The thing with this style of training is it's all about flexibility. We always talk about working the dog in front of you. Now, the important part about that is to actually look at how you might adapt games. So you might want to make them a bit easier or adapt them to suit your dog's style, or you might want to make them a bit harder to try and progress them on. And it's all about being able to adjust. Sometimes in that exact moment, you might have to adjust those two things just in that one session, that one game. And I think the important thing there that we're looking at is how can we level up our skills as dog trainers? Because you guys are all dog trainers. You've got to remember that. You own a dog, then you're a dog trainer. Whether you teach people or not, you are training your dog. And so we want to look at how we can skill you up. We want to empower you to be able to take these on the road and know how to navigate it when it maybe doesn't go as planned, and how to progress it and not get stuck in a rut. We're going to use disengagement square as a bit of an example of how we might tweak a game and how we might play that, and how it's not always the game that you think it is, and how that can change into and morph into something different as you experiment with it and as you use it in different situations. All right. So the first thing that we want to talk about is, what is disengagement square? Have a think about a square. And on each point of that square, there is going to be an object of some sort, and we'll call them stations, okay? Now, at each station, you're going to play a game. And it doesn't matter what game you play. It's about what game your dog likes. I would probably start this in the house or in the garden. We're going to take our dogs from each point, and we're going to play a game at that station, and we're just going to go around that square. Now, what we're helping our dogs do there is we're giving them a focus. We're giving them something to aim towards. When sometimes when we go out into the world, there's so many different choices, it's hard for our dogs to make the right choice. Okay, so how can we take this a step further? So we've started playing this game in the garden. What we want to think about now is what we're going to get outside in the real world. How can we maybe manufacture some of our own distractions within this game so that we're starting to replicate what's going to start to happen out in the real world? Can your dog come out, do the disengagement square that they're really familiar with, now that there's something in the middle of that square that wasn't there before? In terms of the outside world, that's quite often what happens. So we're walking along and then something appears that they weren't expecting, or something flies by, or something moves that wasn't moving before. Something has changed. There is novelty. And that's kind of what we're doing with this square now. We've just added a layer of distractions in there and a layer of novelty. And we're going to see if we can get them still playing that game and ignoring that thing in the middle. What else might I consider now? How can I take this out and about? How can I set my dog up for success with this game when I start taking it away from our familiar garden area? To begin with, I want to establish just playing this game in a different space where there's not very many distractions. Maybe taking it to a place where there's lots of open space. There's not very many smells if possible. So you really have to think about the areas around you where it's safe to do this and where you can really set your dog up for success. Car parks are fantastic for this, but that's only if it works for your dog. And you really have to know your own dog in this to know what environment is easy for them, what environments are hard for them. As we grow in these new environments, that's when we can start layering that difficulty again. And this really applies to any game. So this is not just disengagement square. This is any game that you're trying to take out and about. Now, if we've taken it out on the road and we're getting success in these environments now, we need to start thinking about the layers within that and how we can grow it. So that might be a new environment. We might start messing around with the shape of our square. Something else that we can look at is maybe we think about adding some natural objects in there.
So I'm out and about. I'm going to use that rock to play catch me if you can. So as she turns toward me and starts to come my way, I'm just going to leg it around the rock. She loves this game. We've played it loads in the house, and this is just about taking it out into the environment and having a bit of a play out and about of a normal element of nature. Good girl, good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl.
So when I started playing disengagement square and I was starting to experiment with how we might play it, it was really important not to restrict myself or my students to how we play that game. There's lots of different adaptations that we can really play around with. So for example, it could be a fitness shape. So you could just have as many stations as you liked, really. And at each station, there might be some sort of fitness activity. 2 paws up, 2 paws pivot, back feet on, back feet targeting. There's lots of opportunity there to really play around with what you do. It's about being able to grow it outwards, where we've kind of gotten rid of the square now. We're not doing the normal disengagement square that we've been doing. We're now trying to make it more real life. Okay, so we talked lots about disengagement square. I wanted to use that game because there are just endless opportunities to mess around with it, really. And I really encourage you with any game just to play around with it. Think about how you might make it easier. Think about how you might make it harder. And I think that you can apply this sort of level of breaking down a game to absolutely any game. If the game's not working for your dog in that particular way, you either need to change the game or you need to change how you play that particular game. And it's okay to do that.
I hope that you start to think about all of the games and how you play them, how you might adapt them, how you might experiment, and really just become even more of a game changer than you already are.
And we're back. Easy wins. That was amazing, Sam. Sam, what I love is the ability to flex, adapt. Like, that's the training life we lead when our mindset is as good as it can be. So whatever is our very best self, that's who we need to show up as. And that's who we need to show up as day after day, both for our dog and for ourselves. So for me, I know I'm a better dog trainer, the better my mindset is. So when my mindset is in the right place, that absolutely, and it's a finely tuned balancing act. Like, there are little tweaks this way, little tweaks that way. I've been learning to train sheepdogs and to train sheep, actually, which wasn't part of the deal in my head, but it really is. It's quite a big part of the deal. And what I was chatting to someone the other day, and he said, it's really fine movements. It's like subtle adjustments. And that is what we're doing with our mindset. Fine movements, subtle adjustments. We're talking inch by inch, centimetre by centimetre, millimetre by millimetre, and then even smaller increments. We're talking tiny incremental adjustments. And right now we're talking number 3, it's easy wins. Now, when you think about easy wins in dog training, I was talking to someone this week about electric collars. And they were saying that electric collars was something their dog trainer used. And rather than me going hard on it, let's have some faces as to what we think about electric collars. Let's have, not in the facey comment thing, just in the comments. Put it in the comments. I want it in the comments. So I want you in the comments to tell me what you think of electric collars, because I'm certainly not an advocate for those. And that's something I've never, and I can categorically say I've never, ever put an electric collar near a dog. And actually, it's just something that wouldn't even cross my mind. I've been very fortunate that I've only ever really been trained with and by professionals who would use positive reinforcement and actually reward-based learning. So for me, reward-based learning is where I come from, and it's where my heritage is, and I've always grown up in it. Even when I was 11, I went to my first trainer, they were a clicker trainer. So literally, I mean, that was only recent, but yeah, when I was younger, that's exactly who I went to. So it's great. So in the comments, guys, I want you to tell me what you think of electric collars. Good, I'm seeing all your comments. And if you haven't already, guys, I'm still going to look for some shares. I'm looking for some shares. So I'm looking for some shares. Maybe you could share it to a new training group. Maybe you could share it to your own page, your story, share it. And I'm going to take a share in a minute. So I'm going to do some more prizes. So rather than me take the head-on struggle with that person, the easy win was, how about we look at using, they said the main reason they needed to use the electric collar, or the trainer said, is because the dog couldn't go off lead unless they used an electric collar. And so I said, well, hang on a second, why not a long line? The easy win would be a long line, or the easy win would be hiring a field, because there are so many fields that you can hire these days. There are fields all over. A friend locally has just set up a field near us. There are fields all over. And so those opportunities are there all the time. It's an easy win. Take the easy win. Okay, another easy win. This is a really big learning point. I know my partner Matt, he absolutely loves this. So many of us have such strict rules. Such strict rules for ourselves to be successful. For example, in order for me to be successful with this dog training session, my dog must not bark, jump up and whine. My dog must not bark, jump up and whine. Well, I can tell you now, I'd have failed today, because Blink, if you heard me whining, she's in the background and she's like whine, whine, whine. The cool thing is that you don't have to make all of them part of it. You can actually say, in order for me to be successful, maybe my dog doesn't bark or jump up or whine. So if you don't have one of those, you're already successful, because your dog didn't whine in that day, or your dog didn't bark in that session, or your dog didn't jump up in that session. How about not make it just one of those things? But what we often do is we make it all of those things. And by making it all of those things, we actually make it sometimes quite hard to get it right, or quite hard to be successful, or quite hard to play by our own difficult rules. And I think it's really important we acknowledge that you don't need to make it that difficult. You can have an easy win. Guys, does that make sense? And are you getting good value in being here? So does it make sense? And are you getting good value in being here? I'm going to look for a share. So I'm going to look for a share. I'm looking for a share. I'm looking for a share. The first share that I am looking for, I'd like to see a share. Denise Thomas, you are going to win a £50 voucher, and I'm going to keep going with these. So I'm going to keep looking. Okay. Another easy win in your dog training, surround yourself with the right people. And for me, the right people, they are quite energetic, or they're energetically aligned to me. So I want to be around people that make me smile. I want to be around people that make me laugh. I want to be around good people energetically. And so for me, that's an easy win. Take an easy win. Surround yourself with the right people. Another one as an easy win is pick the right games to play. Pick the right games to play. So we've got all of our games in Games Club. If you haven't seen Games Club, someone will drop a link in below. Games Club is our dog training membership. You can get on there and get videos left, right and centre. There's a game for that. You type in dog pulling on lead. There's a load of games that are going to come up. Our library of games are all there for you. A recipe for success. You choose the right games and you're going to have an easy win. You choose a difficult game at the wrong stage and it's not going to be so easy. So pick an easy win. Sometimes make it a little bit easier on yourself, because life is tough enough. Life is tough enough. Give yourself an easy win. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, guys, let me know in the comments. And if you're already seeing loads of value in being here, let us know, because it helps all of our team to know that you are enjoying this. So, and me too, it helps me too. So I've got your comments down here. I'm reading them as we go. Hello, lovely Meg, who says, hi, Lauren. Brilliant game, say Paul and Jill. And Elaine says, games are fun and thank you for our success. Elaine, the success is all yours. And I'm so grateful that you joined us for your journey. Really, really pleased. So really, really good stuff. Well done, Paul and Jill. I love that you're commenting. You guys are awesome. And keep sharing, because when you share, there's going to be more chances to win. I'm looking out for the shares. Okay, so another one, guys. This is really big. So some days your improvement will do this, and then it will go like this, and then it will go like this, and then it will go like this, kind of like that and like that. So you'll see incremental improvements, but you will sometimes have days that maybe aren't as successful as others. And I think it's really important from the easy wins point of view that as long as you're on the upward trajectory, take the overall trajectory. And I can give you a really basic example here. I've been on a bit of a health journey after discovering my dad had cancer, and I've seen a lot of health problems around me, and I felt like I wanted to improve my health. And so I went on a bit of a journey, and some days my journey is a bit like jagged, but you know what, on the whole, it's a good upward trajectory. And that's what we're thinking about. Is the trajectory upwards? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Okay. Good shares and good talking out here. I like what you guys are doing. Keep sharing. Will there be a replay of the video? As I love the squares thing, but I need to rewatch it. There will be an opportunity for you to rewatch it. It's going to sit here. You can share it to your own page and then you'll know it's there. You can definitely watch it. And I'd love you to share it with a friend. They don't even need to be in dog training to learn from this. They don't even need to be in dog training. I use dog training examples and analogies, but they are all transferable to day-to-day life. This is our day-to-day life. So this is improving our day-to-day life. And like I said, I've had a tough year. I've lost my dad. I've lost my absolute heart and soul mate of a dog. And I've also lost one of the best demo dogs I've ever worked with, and the funniest and just most hilarious dog to live with. And you know what? I lost all three of them within about 6 to 7 weeks, I would say. 7 weeks, 6 weeks. You know what? This live, what I'm teaching you here now is my strategy for life. This isn't something that we just play at. This is how we get through tough stuff. Like, life is tough and we are tougher. And that's what this is about. So that's what we're teaching you here. Okay, guys, if you haven't already shared, I'm going to give away some more tickets. They are tickets if you want to turn them into tickets. They are £50 vouchers. So I've got some £50 vouchers that you can use on our store. I want you to think about putting yourself in the right spaces. So put yourself in the right rooms. For me, I put myself around the right people. I put myself in the right energy. And I'm intentional about my diary. So I look at my diary and I think, where do I sit best at this time? Or what do I have in my diary that tops me up? For example, Super Trainer, 8th to 10th of November. That is a top up. For me, Christmas, I go and see some sunshine because I get really sad at that time of the amount of bad weather we have. So I kind of go, okay, I'm going to put an intentional top up in here. March, I normally head to Crufts or an event like that, something that's good energy from the dog training world. And then again, summer, I'm going to travel somewhere where I get to experience some adventure. Put intentional things in your diary. So with that in mind, Super Trainer, if you've only just joined us, I don't know if we can have the Super Trainer slide quickly. If you haven't already explored Super Trainer, 8th to 10th of November, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. You can get a ticket today, £87, and some of you are winning these £50 vouchers. In fact, I've seen someone else just share, and that's Lindsay Ham. She's just shared, and you can share multi-times, guys. So you can share multi-times. Lindsay Ham, you're amazing. I got to meet Lindsay when I was in the States. I loved meeting Lindsay. We had dinner. It was really cool. It was super fun. So if you're sharing, you might stand a chance. I'm picking loads of people, so you get a really good chance. So yes, be there, guys. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. If you can afford to do the platinum, you also get to do the best gift that there is, which is contributing and potentially gifting tickets to a couple of other people that get to come with you. So I'd really love to see you there. I'd really love you to be part of it. Yeah, it's an exciting space to be. So what I'd love to do is I would love you to tell me so far what you have taken away from today's learning. What is your biggest takeaway so far? What is your biggest learning so far? What is the biggest thing that you've gone, yes, I need to do that? I'm going to get rid of my board. And whilst I get rid of my board, I am going to take us to some of our bonus material. So some of our, this is very elegant, I have to say, when I'm skidding this across the floor. But I'm going to make it elegant by saying I'm sort of doing like a shoe surf. So this is like a shoe surf across the room. There we go. Okay, so I'm coming back this way. you guys, now not everyone will have this because some of you registered early. So you've got the early bird opportunity. So you're going to have the early bird opportunity, and it was free. So it's always free. We do these lives free. We want to give back to the community. If you love the give back to the community, share as well, because that means you get to give. I'm still looking for your shares. Keen Hansen Edlund, tell me where you're from. But Keen Hansen Edlund, you get to win literally your £50 voucher. So really cool because you shared. And if you haven't already got your resources, we're going to be talking through one of the resources now. So this is your Mindset Mastery Daily Wellness Roadmap. This is a resource that you should have access to if you registered for this event. So if you registered for this event, you should have access to this. And I'd really like you to start completing this, whether that's in your own diary format, whether it's in a notebook, or whether it's printing some of these out and just keeping them there for your daily, just reminders on how you can live your best life and be your best self. So you've got your daily energy level. So today my energy level looks a bit like this, and you can be really honest. You can tell us where your energy's at. So my energy is actually quite high today. I would say mine's in the sort of the greens. So I'm in the greens. You tell us where you are, guys. Are you in the red, the orangey, the yellow, or the green? So let me know in the comments, guys, where is your energy? So where is your energy? I want to know where your energy is. So where's your energy? So are you red? Are you orange? Are you yellow? Or are you green? Let me know in the comments. And then we're going to think about our mood boosters. So what are the things you can do to change your state today? So what things can you do to change your state? I should be looking here. I've just been told. This is good. So what things could you do to change your state today? What are the things that you could do? So for me, my first one was exercise. So exercise really changes my state. My second one is dog training. Dog training really changes my state. And I love dog training. My own dogs, other people's dogs, or any of those things. And my third one is music. And I played music today in my class that I was teaching. For those of you that don't realize, I'm a day-to-day dog trainer. That is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I dog train, and I love what I do, whether it's my own dogs, whether it's other people and their dogs. I get equal value actually training both. And then the third one is my movement choices to change my state today are. So guys, this is where you get to play along. I'm going to take this one down for a minute because I need to adjust and have a look at the comments. So this is where you get to play along. And what I'd like to see is actually, what are your movement choices? So what are your movement choices? So my movement choices today are, and I'm going to say, actually, I'd love a session kickboxing. So that's something, or Muay Thai boxing, which is something that Matt and I have lately, I don't know which way I'm looking, that way now. Matt and I lately do way more Muay Thai boxing or weights, so that could be something I do. Another movement might be I take the ponies for a walk, or I take the ponies for a ride, or I go out for a walk with the dogs. Like those could be movement boosters that I do. And my third one that I could do could be actually, and it could be simple stuff. This could be really easy stuff. This could be a run up and down the stairs. That's a movement choice. Or I take the stairs rather than the lift. Yeah, so if you're maybe on the way to work and you're doing the on the way to work face, on the way to work, on the way to work, let's not do that. Let's run up the stairs. Let's get up the stairs and let's run up the stairs. Or let's get to work 20 minutes early and let's go for a walk. Like that's the really cool thing about the opportunity with what you get to do. So I want to hear what yours are, guys. I love it. Helen said she's joined a gym, she went for a swim, whoop, and she's now in the green. So that's really nice. And let me know, guys, what you're in. Your daily energy level, are you red, orange, amber, or green? So which one are you? Gemma is banned from our live. She's I've had to ban someone because they basically, I'm very, very jealous. Gemma said she went for a beach walk. I can think of a word for that. So I'm very jealous. I'm really happy for you, Gemma. I really am. I've loved meeting Gemma. I've seen Gemma in Scotland, and really fantastic student, really fantastic student. I love it. Karen said riding the bike or climbing or slow walk in the forest with the dogs. Love all of those. Dance moves for Lydia. Smart, really smart. Walking our hills from Paul and Jill. Paul and Jill, I like your contributions today. Well done you. And Rita says water Zumba in Florida. Rita, you lucky lady. Pony walking, yes, Michelle. Walking bonzo, yes, Sabrina. Tell us where you are, guys. So where is your energy level and what is your movement today? So what is one of your movement? And your movement, I get it. Some of you are not in the best spaces. I watched my dad at end stages, like it's tough. His movement, I love what he did. He said, only a few weeks before he lost like full mobility in his body, he said things like, can I have some weights in my hands? So he just wanted weights in his hands. And he had like real hand weights, like Pilates weights in his hand. He lost all use of his body. He could only use his arms. And that's what he wanted to do. Like, whatever you can do, do that. If it is one step, do that one step. If it is get out of your chair, it is get out of your chair. Like whatever it is you can do, I've got nodding in the corner in the room. Whatever it is you can do, your mindset is everything. Think about what you can do. And I really, really was proud of my dad for that. Like he took what he could do. He wanted to do what he could do. If he could stand up, he was standing up. If he couldn't stand up, he was trying to stand up and get someone to help him stand up. That really matters. Movement matters. Movement is so important in day-to-day life. Okay, guys, your language choices, massive. Like, what are your language choices? Give me a power word. So give me a power word, a word that makes you feel good. Give me a power word. So I'm going to say awesome. That makes me feel good. So literally, give me a power word, a word that makes you feel good. Any word that makes you feel good, give me a power word. So on a power word for you. Everybody in this room should be writing down a power word. And if you're not writing down a power word, I want to know what you're doing. Give me a power word. And those of you that are saying, I wish I had the form, can I still get it? This is an early bird. It's what you get when you're registered. It's free. It's completely free when you register for any of our lives. And we always do things like this. Sometimes the team will work a way out to give them to everyone else. I can't guarantee it, but they really are for the early birds. So that's what we give these for when you first sign up. But I do hear you, and I would love you to have one as well. Incredible, fabulous, strength, grateful, gratitude, bam, yes, pow, super, nice, really, really nice. And Zoe's going to watch soon because she's feeling really positive. I love that. Well done, Zoe. Okay, simple daily rituals. Today I'm making time for. So what are 3 of the things that you're going to make time for in your day? And I'm going to say 3 things that I make time for, and I think these are really important. A moment of gratitude. So it takes all of half a second. Nobody needs time for this. Something you are grateful for. So for me, it's a daily ritual for me, whether it's writing it in a journal. I don't write it in a journal. I just think about it. So often mine is the fire, the outdoor space, the people surrounding me, my family, my friends, my dogs, the fact that we have food on our table, the fact that we have gorgeous spaces to exercise in. We have a lot of free-flowing water in at Campden. I'll try and be grateful for that as well. So sometimes it's something that you might want to swing into a grateful. And so I think there's so much there. So today I'm making time for, gratitude. So spending some time doing gratitude. For me, exercise comes really high on that. And the third one for me is actually dog training because it changes my state. It could be family. It could be something like cooking. I have a great friend who loves to cook and it always makes her feel just more accomplished and better about her day. So it could be any of those things. These are really important. So what are you making time for today? Let me see what you're making time for today. I love it. Life in general, Elaine. So yes, tell me what you are. Tracy, you are lovely. So tell me what you are making time for today. What are some of your simple daily rituals? I'll give you some of mine. One of the things that I've recently added in, I don't know if the lady's listening, she's been helping me with skincare. I've actually tried really hard to have a minute for skincare. It's something I don't always do. Even basics like putting sun cream on. And that sounds really like trivial and minutiae, but it really does make a difference. You feel better for looking after yourself. And I think it's drinking water. Like that's something, again, I didn't always give myself time for. I'm so busy running. I think about the things that your simple daily rituals. I put a water bottle on my way out the door, in front of the door, so I have to walk over it. If I don't take it, I won't drink it. So put it in front of the door. Put it on your flight path, so we would say. So put it on your flight path. So these are simple daily rituals. So what are you making time for? Speaking to a friend and cooking for you and your dogs. Very nice. Making time for cooking, Pilates, exercise, homemade soups, eating your own veggies, literally planting a veggie garden. Yes, I love that one. Teaching Arthur a new trick. Your health, Angela. Yes, 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 and yes. So yeah, all of the above, really valuable. And if you love what we're doing here, guys, You will love Super Trainer. If you haven't yet signed up, £87, you get to keep all of the content. So you get to keep all of the content. If you love this type of learning, you will be blown away by Super Trainer. If you're a regular sort of student, you get 3 days for that £87, 3 full days, all of the recordings. And if you're a pro dog trainer in any capacity, you get 5 days. So you get 5 days included. So 3 days for anybody who's new to us or anybody who's come in and jumped in at Games Club level. You get literally, and Super Trainer is not about being a trainer. We named it badly, really. And Super Trainer is about being your very best self for you and your dog. It's an incredible event. So if you're not already coming, £87, get on that bus. And basically, if you've ever been to Super Trainer Live, can you tell us about it in the comments? Because there's a chance to win. So there's a chance to win. And tell us about it. I want to hear what you think about Super Trainer. So please, please do tell us. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is it worth coming on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being really not cool, 10 being the best place ever. You can get a ticket from just £87. It's 3 days. You get to keep the content. It's all recorded for you. How freaking cool is that? There's a QR code. It's on my birthday. That's how valuable it is to me. I want to be there so much. I want to be there on my birthday. Like, come on. Come and join me. It's going to be a party. Okay. So today I'm grateful for. So I want 3 things. This is our Mindset Mastery Daily Wellness Roadmap. 3 things you're grateful for. So today I'm truly grateful for an indoor arena, like an indoor space to play in. It was torrential here today, and it is September. Welcome. And I'm so grateful for an indoor space. It was just gorgeous, like bright and fun and colourful and lively, and the students were amazing. That'll be my second one. I'm really grateful for amazing students. And third one, grateful for amazing friends who've enabled our day to run, collecting Eliza from school and making sure that we've got food in our fridge because we've just had a really crazy, crazy day. I'm really grateful for my friends and for the people who help us to help you and to help everyone else. So it's just a lovely space to be when there's gratitude. Tell me something you're grateful for. I'm going to have a look. So something you're grateful for. All of you guys with sun, I have to say, are you rubbing? I love you. I love that you have sun. I love that you have sun. Catherine, back at you. You are amazing. Dog hugs. Oh, just the best. Just the best. A roof over our heads. I think it's massive to actually just take a step back sometimes and have perspective for actually just how fortunate we all are. Like, really does make a difference. So fortunate. So huge ones there. Life, yes. Health, massive. Friends, yes, Emma. So Hedy says best place, a 10. And I thought, actually, I didn't start with the best mindset last time. The energy just got me. I loved it. I'm so looking forward to Super Trainer 2024, the party for Super Trainer. Yes, Hedy. Yes, yes, and yes, and yes. So I love that one. Family, dogs, and friends. Kylie, I'm grateful, back at you. Like, really grateful. Literally all the way. Tell everyone where you're from, Kylie. Grateful for my outside training area in an amazing location. The rain, the special dogs, the community, the students, the support. Yes, 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 Michelle. So, healthy hydration, guys. My water intake for today. I've massively increased my water intake, and I've done it through putting it in my whey. So I put water in my whey. My water always has something in it. So lemon, or Matt makes salt water, which is strange. You can talk to him about that. I don't really understand it, and I haven't really drank it, but he does. I would say I also do touch a tiny bit of ginger. So it'll be ginger and lemon. And also sometimes a tiny bit of elderflower, not a lot, just enough to just take, for me, a little flavour to it. And so for me, my water intake is massively more than it ever was. I put water in my whey. So you can tell us about your water intake. You've got your nutrition. What are your meal choices for the day? This morning I had chia, coconut, apple. Like, those were my meal choices for the morning. What is my energy up exercise? What am I doing for energy up? Whether it's air sprints, whether it's a run, whether it's taking ponies up a hill, whether it's running around after a sheepdog. What are my energy exercises? And what are my self-care successes for the day? And that can be as simple as, you know what, I wash my hair. So make it an easy win. It can be an easy win. Washing your hair is an easy win. Yeah, that can be a really easy win. I spent a little longer flossing my teeth, or maybe I did skincare, which I don't always do skincare. Those of you that are horrified by that, nope, I don't. I don't always understand the whole thing about cleansing and toning and moisturizing. I'm learning. And yes, I am not 21. So you know what? These are things we learn, and it's okay to be authentic and tell people, you know what, I'm still working on me, and that's fine. Daily check-ins and tomorrow's goals. So I love this sheet. Who loves this sheet too? Let us know in the comments if you love this one. This was your early bird bonus. I'll see if the team can get it to everyone else, and if they can, they will. Yes, they've put their thumbs up. The team have said, yes, you will get it. Show some gratitude for the team, guys, because they are, as always, amazing, and you will get access to that one. So that's really cool. I bet you guys are loving it. And Lizzie's loving the sheet. So Lizzie's loving the sheet. Okay, guys, if you haven't shared already, can you share? If you have shared already, maybe you can share it somewhere new. I'm going to pick a few more people to win. And literally, guys, that roadmap is something I would like you to be doing day by day by day. Now, I've got a video to head to. Whilst I pick a share, or 3, and you've got time to share, because whilst you're watching this video, you can be sharing, and I will pick, the second we come back, I'll pick 3 shares. So I'm going to pick 3 shares. All of you will win £50. And we're going to be listening to a lovely lady, a friend, someone that literally has inspired so many people. Her name is Melody. And Melody is pretty darn incredible. So Melody has spoken at our Super Trainer in the past. And I want you to hear a little bit about really overcoming challenges, because we're all going to face challenges. It's not the fact that people don't face them, it's actually what you do with the challenge. And I can for sure tell you, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know it sounds cliche, but it is so, so true. And I have absolutely been living proof of that, and understand that on a very personal level. We talk about gaining confidence. We talk about how dogs can help us gain confidence. I want to bring Melody for you. And as soon as we get back, guys, I'm going to pick 3 shares. So 3 shares. You get your sharing happening. I'm going to pick them, and I'd love to share Melody with you.
Guys, this is Melody and Barney. Say hi, Barney. We're so excited to be with you. Let's get this going.
I want to talk to you a little bit about just one amazing relationship that I have had now since 2005 with 3 different dog partners. So a little bit about me. I became totally blind in the year of 2003 at the age of 26. And it was a really devastating situation. You know, I was 26 years old, had my life ahead of me, and lost it due to a misdiagnosed blood clot in my brain. And, you know, times were tough, and depression is hard, and trauma is something that, you know, we all are going to experience in some way, shape, or form in our lives. Well, fast forward to around 2005, I was entertaining the idea of getting a guide dog. I got the call that they found a match for me. When I met my cute little Scarlet, she was a 45-pound yellow lab, and the minute she came bounding into my room and I called her name, I knew there was something very special about her, and there would be something about our relationship that would be so great. On the other hand, I was terrified. Here I am, totally blind, and I put the harness in my hand for the first time, and I was terrified. I thought, oh my Lord, I am putting 100% of my trust into this dog right now. And this is what's so crazy about a dog relationship with an owner and a handler. You start off with 100% no trust between either of you. And you've got to learn what makes that dog tick, and they have to learn what makes you tick. And what's the best thing that you do when it comes to training dogs? Rewards. That's right. So we did a lot of rewards, a lot of good girls, a lot of treats, a lot of all of that, just to get her to warm up and to trust me and to build that loyalty. But one thing that was growing inside of me that I didn't realize was my confidence level to get out. And as our trusting relationship grew and my confidence grew, I took that first step to freedom. And that's what I call my relationship with Scarlet. I couldn't have done it without that dog. And with taking that first step when you're going through something that's difficult, you really do have to have confidence and loyalty and trust. But more than anything, there needs to be a solid foundation for communication. Because when you have a guide dog, I'm essentially, when I put that harness on, I'm telling that dog, I'm asking that dog to deny everything that they are, everything that in nature tells them to do to look out for my safety. I'm asking that dog to ignore checking other people out, ignore other dogs, and basically ignore everything that they're meant to do. And in order to have someone do that for you, you have to have a serious work hard, play hard philosophy. And also at the end of the day, great playtime, because I have a work hard, play hard philosophy. And I guarantee that's what made my dogs stay so loving and working for me for so many years. Those years went so fast with Scarlett. I found a whole new sense of freedom that I completely treasured and adored. I thought that when I lost my eyesight, that I had lost all of that. I thought it was a different Melody, but I realized I'm the same Melody. I just can't see very well. Well, maybe not at all, but you get my drift. And in some ways I'm better. And in some ways I needed to let things go. I needed to let go of the fact that I thought I didn't need anybody else's help, that I could just do it all on my own. Well, guys, when you do that and you don't accept help when you need it, you're basically essentially shutting other people out of your life. And I have learned that lesson in a large way. It's definitely taught me a lot of things about myself. And then I got Daisy in 2013. And Daisy was so amazing. I told you in the beginning that Scarlett was my take that first step. Daisy was the let's keep the momentum going. And her disposition was so different. Daisy was my comfort through losing both of my moms. I had my stepmom and my mother. She was there for me through the thick of it all. And Scarlett was too. And, you really kind of being able to snuggle up with your dog at the end of the day and also know that that dog is protecting you is such an experience. But again, in order to get there, you have to build that communication bond. And now I want to talk about my newest partner in crime, which is my new guide dog, Barney. And what I love about Barney, who is a golden yellow lab, is that he has flipped my world upside down when it comes to anything that I think a dog really enjoys. And I know that's silly to say, but I remember the first time I got the harness in, I was so confident. Now he's my third guide dog. But what I noticed myself is that I first needed to take that first step. Second, keep the motivation going. Third, with Barney, I don't know what it is about me, but I want to step up my game and just be bold in every aspect of my life. There's something about working with him that makes me do that. So I got to tell you, being blind is not easy, but when I have the relationships that I have built, and when I look back on those relationships, they inspire me to keep growing. And I think that's something we miss out on a lot of life. The minute you stop growing in life is the minute you stop living. And if I can encourage you to do anything today, if you've got a struggle, if you've got something in your life that's changed, that's just completely turned your world upside down, and you don't know what's left or right or which way you're going, understand you're not alone. And don't ever put yourself in the position of being alone in it. Get somebody to help you through it. Take it one day at a time. Sometimes it's 5 minutes at a time. Some days you do want to pull the covers over your head, and that's okay, but just don't stay there. Listen, as long as we're here on this planet, we have jobs to do, and that is to be with one another, to love one another, respect one another, and encourage one another. And that is my bold statement that I have to say to you. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy and keep it up. Thanks, guys.
So much love for Melody. So much love. Guys, pop a heart, any colour heart in the comments. Love for amazing Melody. Like, how inspiring is that? Overcoming challenges, overcoming struggles, overcoming those moments where you don't think you can get out of bed, let alone put one step and foot in front of the other. Literally a heart. I want all of you, hearts in the comments, hearts if you just want a heart the other way, as many hearts as you can do. Put some coloured hearts. Literally, I want Melody to be aware. She's going to be told how this goes. I want her to know how much you guys think of her. So literally, what an amazing, inspiring lady. That's Melody. So we are talking rituals, we're talking one day at a time. So you guys have all got this resource, and I've been told by our amazing team, so shout out to the amazing team, and you can do some hearts for them as well. Our amazing team have told me that some of you don't think you've got your show up bonus. Your show up bonus may be in your junk, because sometimes that's what happens. Get in there, grab it out of the junk, go and retrieve it. It should not be in the junk. It is way too valuable for that. And you have got these three amazing spaces. You guys in the coloured hearts, I love that you're changing. Look at the colour on that phone. Look at the colour. I'm covered in cat hair. I just noticed. That was at the beginning. If you missed the beginning, you missed Sadie, who is definitely lively. And we are looking at this resource. So we're talking about changing your state one day at a time. You've got these three literally amazing opportunities for you and your learning here. When it comes to changing your state and mastering your mindset, daily and regular rituals are going to help you towards your all-important 1% daily change. This is massive because that 1% daily change gets traction, gets momentum, gets moving and turns into the bigger picture. And so rituals are a gift to yourself, a foundation that is vital to guarding your optimism, because that is really valuable. Now, this is a non-negotiable act of kindness and self-compassion. So you can have morning rituals, evening rituals, afternoon rituals, anytime rituals. And I want us to think about what would happen if you committed to a 1% change each and every day. So myself and some of my team here, we've committed to being a little bit healthier in our lifestyle. It could be dog training, it could be how you eat, it could be who you hang out with, it could be the language you use, it could be all of the above. But what are some of your morning rituals? So some of your morning rituals. One of my morning rituals is exercise every single morning. Something. And that, don't make it hard for yourself. It could be walking or running or swimming or weights. Remember what we talked about earlier? So it could be the oars. It could be literally air sprinting. Make it doable for you. So please don't think about what you can't do. Remember our language, our focus, our state. Let's not think about what we can't do. Let's think about what we can do. And those people who haven't got hold of their resource yet, remember these are the ways that you get it. You can type in absolutedogs.me/mindset life bonus. You can scan the QR code if you're on YouTube, and you can absolutely, or you could just scan it literally. Can they scan it on Facebook or not? Does that not work? No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it does work. It does work apparently. And Facebook viewers, type in mindset and we're going to send it to you. We are going to send it to you. So morning rituals, that's one of mine. It could be a shower. It could be literally you train your dog for their breakfast every single morning. So there are so many cool rituals that you can have. It could be skincare. It could be drinking a glass, I was about to say a gallon. I don't actually know how much a gallon is. So it could be drinking water. So it could be drinking a glass of water. It could be eating fresh fruit. It really is your ritual. Your ritual could be spending 2 minutes in the garden with a hot coffee and taking in a moment for yourself and a moment for gratitude. It really could be any of the above. So guys, let me know, and let me know again what yours are. Now I did promise a share. So I did promise a share and I haven't done it, and I did promise, and I do remember promising, and I promised 3. So I promised 3 shares to win a £50 voucher. So if you have shared it to your own page, to a training page, to your dog trainers and friends, to whatever you think is relevant, because it's a mindset live, so it's who you think needs it. So if you shared it, pop it in the comments. I've got 3 vouchers to give you. I'm giving away 3 vouchers. Let me know if you shared. Evening rituals. An evening ritual for me could be something like taking a hot bath. It could be, again, it could be an evening walk, an evening stroll. It could be catching a sunset. It could be skincare again. It could be self-care in the sense of I'm not going to look at my phone after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever it might be for you. There really are, it could be reading, it could be journaling, it could be a certain magazine that you get on very well with. It really is an opportunity for you to create the ritual. So I love that you guys are all sharing. Amy, you get to win. Amy Hagedorn? Where are you from? It's a gorgeous surname. I don't know it, and I probably said it really bad. Hagedorn or Hagedorn? I don't know. But guys, you are going to win. So that is literally Amy, you get to win because you shared. I've got Toby Smith. Toby, you're going to be my second win. So Toby Smith. And then my third share is going to be Chantel Paquette. So Chantel Paquette, you're also going to win. But don't worry, I've still got some more vouchers to give away. My team are going to love me. Okay, so you've got afternoon rituals, you've got anytime rituals. You've got taking a moment for some meditation. You could be feeding the fish. I love the chickens. They're a ritual for me. They're definitely a ritual for me. Taking a breath, so going out and doing some breathing, a moment of gratitude. So many opportunities here for you. And you can say that you've already done them, or you could make it happen. So you could let us know where you are. Secondly, you've got a sheet, guys, here on being the energy you want to attract. So you've got the opportunity to take a breath, to look out for your language, to overthrow your overwhelm. Remember what we were talking about earlier in this live? And don't forget to smile, because smiling, even if you don't feel like it, laugh. Like, get out and laugh. As soon as you start laughing, you can't help but feel a bit happier, even if sometimes you're not really feeling happy when you start laughing. So have a go at that too. Okay, last one in this super cool. Who's grateful for this show up bonus? Completely free. You didn't know you were going to get it. Brand new like content for so many of you, and stuff you didn't know about. Just really cool. So this is growing gratitude. It's the little things in life. So finding the joy and feeling literally part of that grateful space that's our game changer way. So if you're in Games Club, if you're a pro dog trainer, if you're a PDT clubber, this is what it's about. And sometimes it can feel really impossible to appreciate, celebrate, and be grateful. There is always the opportunity. So you've got the gratitude jars that you get to, things that bring you joy. So things that bring you joy. Give me something in the comments that brings you joy. So one of the things that gives me incredible joy on a day-to-day basis is watching dogs work. I am so grateful to be able to watch dogs work. Like, just love watching a dog work. I just love the energy of watching a dog work. For me, it just is a lovely space to be. Tell me what yours are. Emma's grateful for the live. I love you, Emma. Like, that's gorgeous. And Vicky loves the show up bonus. And yes, laughter is a really great medicine. And thank you for this live. I love that. You're just the type of person I want as super trainer. You are just the sort of person. Dawn, I didn't say I was going to give out vouchers for this, but Dawn Beasley, I think Dawn Beasley. Dawn, you win a £50 voucher. I hope you spend it on super trainer, because I'd love you there. Things that you're grateful for, and then things I want to celebrate. So what do you want to celebrate? I want to celebrate feeling healthier. I want to celebrate feeling like faster. I want to celebrate feeling younger, because at the end of the day, when you start feeling younger as you get older, that's really cool, right? So for me, those are all things that I want to be grateful for. So absolutely grateful for club, grateful for watching your dogs play, grateful for training dogs, grateful for the blue sky. I'm grateful for any blue sky. I'm grateful for the sunsets. I'm grateful for the sunrises. I'm grateful to get up each morning and feel good. Like that's massive. So tell us what you're grateful for. I want to hear them. Now, we are going to head out to, I'm pretty sure, Costa Rica. So we're heading out to Costa Rica. That sounds fun, right? Who's fancying a bit of Costa Rica? Tell me in the comments if you fancy a bit of Costa Rica. There's animals. There's a lot of noises. I loved Costa Rica. And you're heading out to somewhere really special where they say Pura Vida. Pura Vida. So you can comment Pura Vida if you're happy and excited about heading out to Costa Rica. When we head back, we're going to do exactly the same. I'll be here as soon as you get back. I know we're really running to time today. So we are going to be really tight on time to make sure we get as much content for you here as possible. 100%, guys, make sure you share. When you get back, I'm going to pick 3 more winners. And Pura Vida, let's head to Costa Rica.
Okay, so that was the howler monkey. Oh my goodness, that sound. The alive, like the literally raw aliveness of that noise. I mean, for me, that is incredible. And there is nothing more real, more in the moment, more present, more like that is staying alive. Like that is being alive. And I just wanted you to have a moment, because living and keeping your passion alive, super trainers, is what it's about. Now, maybe in the comments below, you could tell us a little bit about it. Like, do you need more passion? Are you struggling for motivation some days? Are you maybe worried about how to be more motivated? Are you considering how you fire yourself up? Maybe you need a bit of a cheerleader. Maybe you're looking for some inspiration. And I thought that what better place to come and inspire you all about passion. So This is the top tips for not only finding your passion, but also keeping your passion alive and living for the moment. And that's what today is all about. So for some, myself for sure, sometimes working within your passion and finding your passion may either look easy or even be easy. Tell me in the comments, guys, is living in your passion, is finding your passion, is that easy for you? Whereas I'll appreciate, and I definitely know lots of the people that we get to work with, it isn't that easy for everybody. It really isn't something that everyone finds doable. And so much of this is about working with your heart and not your head. There's a brilliant quote, and it said, "I began to realize how important it was in life to be an enthusiast." If you are interested in something, no matter what it is, go at it full speed. Embrace it with both arms. Hug it, love it, and above all, become passionate about it. Lukewarm is no good. Now, that's a Dahl quote. And for me, this is one of my favorite quotes. And for sure, watching Blink and being lucky enough to be owned by Blink, she lives passion in everything she does. Like, she is the happiest little spaniel that I think I have possibly ever met. Her tail beats bang, 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 whatever is going on in the world. Like, she's a happy little dog. And I really love the idea that we can live more in our passion, and actually we can become an enthusiast, a cheerleader, an enthusiast for ourselves, because when you're around an enthusiast, you know it. Now, tell me in the comments, guys, someone you know in the comments who is an enthusiast. I want to know about the enthusiast, because when you do what you love and when you work with what you love, you will be enthusiastic. You will find more passion. You will feel good. So I want you to consider, when you look back, what are you going to wish that you maybe did more of? When you look back, what are you going to maybe consider you missed out on? When you look back, what are you going to maybe think that you didn't follow and you maybe could have? You also need to block out the noise. And when I say the noise, I mean the naysayers. There's always going to be naysayers out there. There are always going to be people that say you can't. And for me, finding the yay-sayers and the can-doers, I think that's a lot more important. And there are always going to be objections. Let's interrupt it, because we need to limit the amount of time that we spend in this area and with those people or with those thoughts. We need to put our blinkers on. Have you ever seen the horses where they put their blinkers on? We need to put our blinkers on, and we need to be in a community that really thrives and really sort of drives passion. Be with the yay-sayers. Say yes and find the community to back you in it. Next tip, start small, dream big. We want you to live with no regrets. We want you to think, did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And for me, I think that we want to make things count. You're not just a dog trainer. You are a dog trainer, whether that's a dog trainer for your own dog or whether it's for someone else's dog. Let's cultivate the passion and let's top you up. This life is for living. This life is for not having regrets. This life is for literally being passionate in every way that you possibly can. And if you can find an area to be passionate in, please, please do. Keeping your passion alive. It's your job. It's your mission. It's important. And it's absolutely vital that you consider it, and you consider it now. Now is the time, this moment. Do not leave it a second longer. I would love, 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 love to know that all of you are in this space. All of you are moving towards this space. All of you are putting yourself first, and you can do this. You can have passion. You can have more than one passion. You can be literally fanning these flames and making yourself come alive, step by step, day by day. Start small, little steps, take action.
So, oh, it's my phone making noise. I had to work that out. I was like, why is there so much noise? It's my phone making so much noise. So grabbing literally those moments of huge, huge, huge gratitude. For me, pura vida, pure life, there is so much to be grateful for. And whilst I've had a really sad year in some ways and a super taxing year, the fact that you can grab the good stuff from that, that you can find the gratitude in that, that you can find all of the happy moments in that, and Allow them to continue forward through living through those moments and remembering those moments and realizing you've got to experience those moments and being truly present in those moments. I feel like we have anchored ourselves so hard in mindset is everything and being able to grab hold of mindset and actually allow it to help you. That makes a difference. Now, that was at Super Trainer. That was just a tiny part of a bigger talk. Who feels inspired after just listening to like a couple of minutes of that? So I want to hear from you guys. Who feels inspired and excited about hearing a bit more of that? And who feels excited that they might get the opportunity to learn a bit more and to live a bit more and to live a bigger life? Because at the end of the day, if we get to live this life once, let's live it loud. Like, let's live it big and let's live the best life that we can live. And that's what I want to help you to achieve. And that's what I want to help you to grow. So that's Super Trainer. And that is just a tiny part of Super Trainer. And in Super Trainer, we train mindset, we train growth, and we train huge amounts of dog training. And we also train the impactful stuff. So Super Trainer, guys, I want you to be there. It's my personal invite. Remember, you've got lots of different levels you can join at. So it's my personal invite to you. You've got a bronze level at £87. It's 3 days of teaching, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. The 8th is my birthday, by the way, and I see it as a party. Super Trainer is meant to be a party. If you've been to Super Trainer before, have you been? Tell us about it. I want you to tell everybody here about it. There are going to be 3 prizes in a minute. So please, please, please tell everyone about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Super Trainer? And are you coming? Let us know in the comments if you're coming to Super Trainer. Are you coming at bronze level? Are you coming at silver level? Are you coming at gold level? Are you coming at platinum VIP level? Literally, it's the 10th anniversary. People who have been literally love it. They love it. Like Tracy said, it's inspiring, it's huge, it's big, and you get to keep all of the content. That content becomes yours to keep and to learn and to anchor at any point you need it. So literally massive, massive stuff. I love that from Anne. Anne says, that is what I learned surviving breast cancer. It's okay to put yourself first and you don't have to apologize. You can literally, you be yourself, and I am enough. I love it. Julia says, and well done, gorgeous Anne. Julia says it's a 12. So it's actually a 12. So Julia says it's 12. And Libby says, if you get the tickets, do you get to keep the recordings forever? Yes, you do. So you get the recordings. If you buy the ticket, we give you the recording so you can be at the event in whatever capacity you want to be there. Whether that's part of it, none of it, and keep the recordings, you want to. It's a one-off opportunity to get it. And it's the last Super Trainer. 1 million, says lovely Helen. Lydia says she wouldn't miss it. Literally big. I love it. Chelsea's coming at platinum level. 10 times 10, it says Gemma. It's amazing. Lizzie says gold level. I know Michelle is coming. Where is it? Monica, it's digital. It's live. It's literally like this. You'll get to see it like this. But not just me. So many more guest speakers there. It's an incredible space to be with all of our guests as well. So it's a really cool space to be. I want you there. I love that we get 1,000. It's not 10, it's 1,000. Okay, so we're talking grab the good stuff. So we're talking grab the good stuff. This is gratitude made big. So this is grabbing the good stuff. What good stuff are you grabbing in your day? I want you to go around and be like, I'm grabbing that good stuff. I'm grabbing that good stuff. One of my good stuff things right now that I grab, and it's a little bit like a thing, but a chai latte. I sit there and I'm like, I feel warm and fuzzy. I feel warm and fuzzy right now. It could be that you've made something great for someone else. We were making bone broth, literally bone broth for our dogs, bone broth for our people. Like, it could be something like that. And you might be thinking, oh my God, bone broth, that's awful. Remember, it's yours. It's whatever is yours. For me, these are some of my good stuff that I want to grab. What are the good stuff that you want to grab? What are the things you want to grab? I love the fire. So even on a sunny day, you'll sometimes see me want a fire. Like, I love a fire. I just find them so charging, so inspiring. Let me know if that's something you like. And tell us what yours are. I want to hear what yours are. Chai latte with pumpkin spice. Meg, let's do it. Give me a chai latte date. Let's do this. Making bread. Oh, Paul and Jill, you're getting better and better. You guys have been incredible. I've told you that today. I just think Paul and Jill need a £50 voucher. You need a £50 voucher. Paul and Jill, I've loved having you here. I thought you said magic mushrooms then, Michelle. That's very funny. So magic mushrooms for Michelle. Fire, beach. For me, the beach is a very special place. I love the beach. I love the beach. I love Colorado, but I don't know I could do the no beach thing. Like, no beach. Oh, I love the beach. I love the beach. Adventures. For me, adventures. Any adventure. It could be adventure down to pick some blackberries. It could be adventure to the supermarket. I love adventuring life. So adventures, adventures, adventures. For me. Hello, gorgeous Jenny. Thank you so much for your gift. Jenny, You are gorgeous. Thank you so much. Looking after my dog-friendly herb garden. Gemma, that's gorgeous. Sipping chocolate in my, oh, that's just, you know what, in your cup of tea, just gorgeous, Anne. Like, look at you. Sunrise, sunsets, music, and laughing. Lovely, Julie. Really lovely. Forests, giant trees. Adventures, learning. I love learning something new. I love it. I'm standing on the sheep field and they're telling me the words and I'm like, I've got no clue what you're saying, but I'm so excited. I love it. Learning something new. Natalie says, I've been to the past 3 years of Super Trainer, the best 5 days of the year, a complete party, full of energy, tons of info, a definite energy boost. Natalie, you're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Michelle says magic mushrooms. Vouchy, yes, Paul and Jill, yes, yes, yes. Beaches and sunrises, we are soulmates, Kylie. Hanging with your favourite, and time with him is the best part of your day. Riding, yes, Amy. Yes, Lindsay, yes. Show me the colours. And moonlight. Oh God, I forgot the moon. How could I forget the moon? And the sun. They need to get here. Training dogs. My chickens, they bring me so much joy. Anyone who hasn't seen any of my reels and my stories, you can follow me. So follow me. You'll see a lot of chickens and animals generally. Is a lot of fun. Like, just so much fun, literally living with sheep, goats, ponies. What else do we have? Cats, chickens, dogs. It's a lot of fun playing with the animals. So you're going to love that. So chickens. Inspiring people, guys, like literally, I think being around inspiring people is really impactful. Let me know if you agree. So let me know if you agree. And looking at the stargazing, yes, stargazing 100%. Blue skies. I love blue skies. I love pink skies as well. I love skies. So guys, what is your good stuff? Tell me about your good stuff. My chickens crack you up. Yes, Meg, you have to, literally everyone needs a chicken. Liza was trying to chase a chicken the other day. She's trying to catch the chicken. Her eggs are falling everywhere. She's trying to catch the chicken under this arm. It's a lot of fun living here. So it's a lot of fun living here. Watching the stars, Vicky. Yes, yes, and yes. If you've just joined us, you've got a chance to share. You've got 3 shares, guys. Now I'm giving away vouchers now. 3 shares. Go, 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 go. We're going to head to another quick part of teaching. I'm literally going over time. This never happens. So I'm going over time. We're going to head to the road to Crufts. It's going to be a really cool space where you get to experience clear visions, expectation hangovers, which we're going to talk about, and celebrating wins. So celebrating wins and celebrating wins big. So we're heading in a second to the road to Crufts. But before I do, I would like to pick 3 shares. You know what? I'm going to pick them straight after. We're going to head to the road to Crufts. See you in a few minutes. I hope you enjoy it. So this is Success in Dog Sports, and I've got a really nice quote that I want to start with because actually this really it meant something to me. And it doesn't matter how fast you can go, it doesn't matter how much passion you have, and it doesn't matter how much energy you put into something. If you don't have a vision and clarity on the destination you want to reach, you'll simply never get there. And that's just looking at that moment and remembering exactly how that moment felt. Watching it, it's so raw. Like, it's completely raw, completely vulnerable, completely ecstatic, completely all of the emotions that you could possibly ever have rolled into one. And that was the journey, the road, the success in dog sports that I suppose for me, the biggest thing I want to share with you today and at STL, which is the best event that I could possibly be sharing this, is that this journey wasn't one that really happened by accident, and it wasn't really one that happened by chance. This was actually a journey that was very much prepared, very much thought out, very much years and years and years and years and years of experience and hard work, and lots of failure as well. And I think that for me, first off, I want to share with you the road isn't always going to be possibly the win at Crufts. Actually, there's a lot of failure that goes in maybe beforehand. And I also want to hopefully shave off some potential failures or downfalls that you might come across during your journey. And you really need your game face on. So let's be honest, this is not my first rodeo, right? I've been there a number of times before and I've made some really silly mistakes. But ultimately, the first thing that I want us to really think about in success in dog sports is a really clear vision. I had a clear vision very early on. It was non-negotiable. It was going to happen. I was going to smash it. I want to pass that on to you, and I want you to be able to think about that, whether this is your dog training, whether this is dog sports, because this can be applied to anywhere in your journey. What I was doing in the first place. What on earth? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I here? Why are we driving to Scotland? Like, what on earth is this all about? And I'd just come off a massive high, winning a big event like Champagne and huge event and really cool experience. And yet I was feeling really deflated. And I've kind of thought about it a little bit since. And it can be anticlimactic, like it isn't enough. And actually, like how you feel like an expectation hangover. Like you expected it to feel amazing, but actually I almost felt the opposite, like I could quit. And I don't know if you've ever experienced it. And if you haven't, then I'm really pleased for you. And if you have, then I'll tell you what I did with Crufts, and it was definitely different. So I made a huge deal out of Crufts. I made a huge deal out of planning. I made a huge deal out of prepping. I made a huge deal out of actually making sure I sort of targeted it all in. And I openly recognized and really celebrated the achievement. I celebrated the achievement with my team. I celebrated the achievement with Matt. I celebrated the achievement with Blink. I celebrated the achievement with the world. We had comments and friends, and I really celebrated. I didn't hide in it. I didn't shy away from it. I didn't put it to bed and go straight back to normal. I really did celebrate it. I really made it like an experience. The whole team feeling of we did it, the huge feeling of pride and a realization of something that I had wanted for a really long time. Like that realization, it really did happen. And we celebrated really hard with, I treated myself to a couple of things that I was quite wanting and enjoying. I made sure that Blink did have a steak dinner. So it was a really sort of special moment. We captured those memories to keep that feeling alive, because at the end of it all, that moment, that joy, that elation, that feeling of partnership with your dog, that feeling of teamwork with your dog, that feeling of oneness, I think it's a very special thing. And it's not something we get all of the time and every day. And those memories really keep that feeling alive. And the dream being realized and acknowledged, and the vision of that actually bringing it to fruition, that whole journey and the growth mindset that got you there, how being accountable and responsible and owning it really, and that huge action plan and making it happen, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, it's not even measurable. It's immeasurable. Like it's massive. I don't even know if immeasurable is a word. I think it is. So basically it's big. Like it's really, really big. And that experience, I think, will live with me for a long time. It still makes me excited. I'm sure you can tell just by watching it. Like it's still, and in the voice, like it still makes me very, very excited. Just like that interview where I'd just been grabbed from winning, and it was just like that moment off the interview. So what then helps that to get to the final hurdle here? So that is now setting a new goal. Like the new goal is that journey is never ending. And I think this really helps with that whole expectation hangover, or that hangover feeling of the day after. Like you think you did great, but actually it's all over. Like it's a weird feeling. And that journey is really never ending. It doesn't mean that you can't ever get to the top. You've been there. You know what the top feels like. And actually it is amazing. You know what a good recall feels like. You know what a good retrieve feels like. You know what a great, obedience round feels like, or heel work session feels like. And it's hugely valuable. If I didn't then set another goal away from that, and if I didn't then set a next goal and a future goal and what the next thing is, then actually we can lack purpose and focus. And I think that's where those expectation hangovers can kick in. So being purposeful, living with intention, dreaming big. Dreaming big is such a powerful thing for me. Living with intention, setting those new sort of landmarks and where you're going next, I think really helps you to not just bottle what you had, but to make it even bigger. Okay, so Blink wanted to see you in person. So hearts to Blink. Blink's 11 now, would you believe it? And she's still as wild as ever. Matt's already told me she's not allowed to go near my microphone, and she's already eyeing up my microphone because she basically likes to wag at it, don't you? You like to wag at the microphone, and her tail likes to wag, doesn't it? All the time, Blinky, doesn't it? She likes to wag all the time until you stop when I turned you around. I can feel it wagging against my back. So Blink is 11 now, like 11 years old, and she's still as wiggly and as wild and feral as ever. She's still competing. She's still doing agility. She's still actually doing very, very well in agility. We're not doing backflips. We're not doing cuddles like that. She's actually looking incredible for 77, aren't you? So in human years, 77. A lot of wagging tails, a lot of busy little person, aren't you? So anyway, we're thinking perception and reframing. So thinking perception and reframing, I think this is really important in what we're doing, that we think about how we can reframe things, and actually that our perception has massive impact in what we're doing. So for example, I can moan about the weather. So how about I reframe it, or my perception of it can change by, okay, I've got a really lovely opportunity for some cozy socks. I've got a lovely opportunity to put my PJs on early and sit in front of the fire and maybe do my call in front of the fire. I've been doing so many podcasts. Who loves the Sexy and the Squirrel podcast, by the way, guys? Who loves the Sexier Than a Squirrel podcast? I did a podcast this week on poisons. I literally found it so challenging, and it really was pretty tough, right? And at the same time, it's so real, it's so meaningful, it matters, it really matters. I'm not talking like dog training bump, I'm talking real life stuff that hurts and that happens and that we need to educate on. So please, 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 if you haven't already, listen to the Sexy and Squirrel podcast. Blink is insisting. So what you're insisting kissing? Are you insisting kissing? Okay, kissing is important. Could be kissing, right? Movie, have a chat with a friend. Chai lattes up there for me. A fire, cozy socks, PJs, a magazine, a good magazine. There's one that I read called Breathe. It's a lovely magazine. Like, there are so many good magazines. And then it could be that we think about our dog. I'm trying not to let you on the mic. They've told me not to put you on the mic. We could be thinking about our dog. So actually, you could call your dog reactive. Well, maybe he's just worried. You could call your dog difficult. Well, maybe your dog's just anxious. You could call your dog stubborn. Or maybe your dog's actually quite stressed. You could call your dog nasty. Actually, maybe they're just very nervous and worried about the whole situation they're in. You're not nervous or worried about any of it. I see that you want to climb into my arms like a baby now. Hearts for Blink, guys. She's like a seal, or I don't quite know how to describe your ET-like behaviour. I'd like to turn you around. I get it's complex. She's the most difficult dog to hold some days. We're not looking at each other. We're talking to the camera. We're talking that way. Okay, your dog's stubborn maybe. Well, maybe your dog doesn't actually understand. You get to rewrite and change the narrative. This is about your perception. This is about reframing. So if we think about rewriting the narrative, instead of thinking my dog is aggressive, let's try reframing it as my dog is feeling anxious or scared and actually needs support. Who likes that, guys? And who can hear that, and who can feel that, and who can live with that and understand that better? And actually, this is the message we should be sharing to dog owners and dog trainers worldwide. This is about perception, and this is about reframing. And we can work with perception and reframing at every single level. All in favour, say I in the comments. And you can put the word I, well, the letter I, or you can put A-Y-E. I kind of like I like it. It feels like a bit Scottish for me. I like it. Anyway, guys, I've got a couple of things to recap here. Clear visions. Clear, literally celebrating those wins and thinking hard on our perception and our reframing, because you can't change the weather and you can change how you feel about it. You can't change the weather. You can change how you feel about it. I'm going to say that because I know how important it is. And that doesn't just apply to the weather. It applies to so many things in this one special life that we have. So we are at the end of the teaching part. And at the same time, I've got a few questions for you. So I want to know, guys, how has this live, perception-wise, how has it maybe affected your approach or helped your approach to life and dog training? Have you had any takeaway moments? Because I'd really like to know if you have had any takeaway moments. I'd love to know that there have been some takeaways here for you. So what are your takeaways? Tell me your takeaways. Tell me what you're thinking. Now, just to recap, you guys should all have had, because I'm going to come and look at my comments in a second. So I'm going to come and look at my comments in a second. There's a lot. I need to come back to the bottom. So tell me your light bulb moments. I want to know your light bulb moments. So you should have had your early bird bonuses, those of you that registered early. That's the daily wellness roadmap. You should have had the opportunity for a prize. If you pop shared in there, I'm coming down in a second. So I'm coming down in a second. Vicky said it's helped her a lot. Lara said it's been amazing. Molly said it reboosts. Hello, lovely Molly. I love love that Tracy wants to do more dog training. Reminder for self-care for Gemma. Some really lovely takeaways. Tell us some of your takeaways, guys, because that's massive. There's more prizes to win. We haven't gone yet. And we talked on, let's go for 1 to 7. Let's write them down. Let's make sure everyone goes away with this. We talked on language, focus, and state, the triad. What you say matters. What state you're in matters, and what you focus on matters. So think about, don't focus on, I've got no money, I've got no time. Because if you focus on that, that will become your reality. Yeah. Remember, where your focus goes, energy flows, and that's where you're putting your energy. And it's really important you acknowledge that. Okay, your second one, your incantations. Remember those incantations. They're really, really, really important. Everything I need is within me now. Everything I need is within me now. Yes, Blink, you are also wild. So everything I need is within me now. On number 3, easy wins. What easy wins can you celebrate today? What easy wins can you take away today? You know what? Let's not fight the things that are like tough. Let's find some easy wins out there. So we talked about those, and you got to listen to the wonderful Sam, who talked flexibility, adaptation, and actually training life, which is really cool. Your topic 4 was our roadmap. Our roadmap was literally an incredible bonus that you guys get to have alongside our number 5, which is another show up bonus. Remember, you can get your show up bonuses. I literally know that you all want them. Make sure you get those show up bonuses. Pop mindset in the comments. You will have them. Go to your junk if you can't find it. They're going to be there. Look on the screen. They're around me right now. Get hold of those now. And then number 6, that was gratitude. And gratitude really is the attitude. Last but not least, we had our topic 7, that was perception and reframing. Now, who's had an incredible live with us this evening, today, this morning, whatever time it is with you? I really hope that you can share with me one thing you're taking away, one thing. I'm going to read through now. Michelle said, change your state. Shirley said, more self-care. I love, pop it in my diary to go to Super Trainer. Yes, yes, and yes. I think that should be on our screen because everybody should be coming to Super Trainer. It's your mental health top up, Blink included. It's your not that you need it. I think your mental health is in a very good state. I love that Angela says, be kind to yourself and your dog. Think about your language. Yes, 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 Anne. And I can do, says Laurie. So really, really cool. Really cool, Julia. Thank you for that. And literally so many good ones, so many good ones. Who's had incredible value just being here? Just being here. I'm still happy to give away some more prizes. So a couple of things, guys. Absolute Dogs at the moment, you get a 20% site-wide discount for celebrating this live and celebrating you being alive and celebrating us being here together. That code is mindset. So the code is mindset. That's 20% off when you use that code. The code is mindset and you get to have that one. So literally you get to have that 20% off site-wide. Literally you get to use the code mindset. So you get to use the code mindset and you get to use that at checkout. So if you'd like to do that, that would be really, really cool. I'm just moving around in the background here so you can hear me. So 20% off site-wide, use the code mindset. It's at checkout, www.absolutedogs.com, absolute-dogs.com, I should say. You also get AO Canine, our super sister company, 20% store-wide. Again, the code is mindset. You can get some of our new supplements. You can get some of our established supplements. You can have an amazing time looking at the range there that really is for dog wellness and health and longevity. So many cool things that you get to go and explore. And if you haven't already, Super Trainer Live, get your ticket secured. It's the 8th to the 10th of November, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. I really, really, really want to see you there. And I'm so excited to get to spend more time coaching rituals, mindset, day-to-day dog training, and actually training you and your dog too, because at Super Trainer, we have live dog training sessions where I'll get to train your dog via Zoom or via the cameras. It's a really cool space to be. I can't explain it. Someone did explain it here as it's this on steroids. And I thought that was a really lovely description of what Super Trainer is, because as much as that sounds a bit chaos, it really is incredible. I leave feeling ecstatic, excited. I feel like on a real natural high when we've been teaching at Super Trainer. It's a very exciting, very privileged space to be. So if you get to be there, I really hope you do, then come join us. Anyway, our last couple of shares, guys, our last couple of prizes, our last couple of vouchers for you. Give us your shares or give us your takeaways, and I am ready to give 3 more prizes. Last three of the day. Might give a few more virtually. Toby Smith, you were amazing. Well done, you. So literally, who am I going for? Leslie Pugh saw some value. This is good. I'm very happy she did. Thank you so much for all of today's learning, says Chelsea. Chelsea also shared it. Vicky sharing it. Well done, you guys. You guys are on form. So Vicky Barrow, you get to win a £50 voucher. You get to win a £50 voucher. If you want to spend that towards Super Trainer, I think it could be a cool opportunity for you. And I'm really pleased you've loved it. If you've loved it, guys, let us know in the comments. We love to know you've loved it. I've got 2 more vouchers, guys. 2 more vouchers. Go, go, go. You can share. You absolutely can share. You've got time to share. Rita, I'm sure you've already won, but I love that you're sharing it. And if you haven't won already, Rita, then you can win now. But I'm sure you did win, but maybe you didn't win. So Rita's going to win. Amazing, Rita. And I've got 1 more share. I've got 1 more share. I'm going for 1 more share. Kylie says it's been brilliant and it's been a lovely event to have you at. It's been a lovely Mindset Live. If you haven't already registered, we've got a live on next week on reactivity. So there's a reactivity live next week for reactivity in dogs and dog training, and I'd love to have you part of that. It's free. You get your pre-event bonuses now, so you want to probably get involved now because then you get all of the event resources. Again, it's completely free. Why are we doing it? Someone said, what's the catch? Like, what's the catch when you do it free? Well, the cool thing is that we want to share with as many owners all over the world. When you give, it feels great. And so there's a level of contribution here. We want to contribute. Absolute Dogs is a lovely space to be. We want to share, we want to contribute, we want to make the dog training world and the world a better place, a more fun space to be in. And mindset really and truly is everything. So my last 2 shares, I'm going for Libby Waddleton, and let me find 1 more person. Angela, you're so very welcome. My last person to win is the gorgeous Marguerite Foster. The gorgeous Marguerite, well done you. You get to win as well on the shares. And you know what? It's never too late. Keep sharing. If you're watching this on a replay, keep sharing. Our team spot you and our team want to know you. Mindset really and truly is everything. And I'm going to leave you on some of our super cool Super Trainer students getting to share with you their experiences. And then a really cool opportunity for you to just watch some of the fun. It's been incredible. Thank you so much. You have joined us on such an incredible experience. I've loved it. I hope you've loved it. And I feel very privileged to share this space with you. I'll see you guys real soon.
Hi, I'm Debbie. This is Marley, and we are really excited. We can't wait for Super Trainer Live. Also a Pro Dog Trainer. And that means I get 2 more days free for being a Pro Dog Trainer in PDT days. That alone should help you decide that you need to be there. It's just a way of topping up your optimism and knowing that you can do this. You can help your dog through a transformation process.
Super Trainer is absolutely immense. There is such a variety of learning, from food, obedience, gun dog scent, you name it. It could be in there.
So what do I love about Super Trainer Live? Everything. The energy, the community, learning's immense. The hardest thing is not missing any of it, because I want to run straight outside and train the dogs and start putting into practice everything I've learned. You'll love it.
November is about that time of year when you can sit back and take stock and see how far you've come, reflect on where you need to be, and get ready to take it all to the next level on the next year. You also need community, and Super Trainer Live is that great opportunity where all of us game changers come together, boost each other up, pump up our energy, get skilled up. This is where all the experts come in, and you can learn from some amazing people. Lauren and her entire team, and everyone in Absolute Dogs. It's just a big party with great energy and most of all, great learning for you and your dogs.
Super Trainer Live for me and for my dogs has been the most exciting experience every year. It's been the highlight of our year. I cannot wait again for this year. Like, I've learnt so much, my dogs have learnt so much, and even though it's at home now and it's not that we're actually attending, it's still a highlight of my year. It's great, the energy is infectious, it's fantastic.
Super Trainer is a supercharge for your dog training experience. I couldn't have understood how sitting on a sofa with my favourite snacks could take me on such a journey. But I've learned all sorts of things I might not have sought out along the way. Watching out for, teaching your dog police dog techniques, getting your dog to kind of go search for things. These are things that I wouldn't have necessarily sought out and found a lot of fun to learn about and watch and enjoy. So I highly recommend coming along to this year's Super Trainer Live. It's 3 days of amazing energy and excitement and inspiration that gets you going in your dog training. And it's almost like a tonic, just there, a tonic to get you through those dark winter months with a new energy for your own dog training.
Super Trainer Live for me means fun, buzz, information, learning, celebration.
You are going to absolutely love Super Trainer. It is better than Christmas. I have already started planning for it, and what I've been planning are my snacks. And I'm going to have my snacks ready because I don't want to miss a single moment of the amazing learning, all the knowledge that's shared, and the energy. It's fantastic. I love seeing all the people from across the world up on Zoom. You are going to love it. What are you waiting for? Get booked in.